Hey, everybody. What am I doing over here in the corner? Let's fix that. How are we doing this evening? We're doing fine here at Cafe HQ. I hope everyone else out there is enjoying their time in the hobby. There seems to always be some interesting wrinkles and things going on out there, but the hobby keeps moving along, doesn't it? So, welcome to the show. You guys are always in here before I even get started. I saw Mr. Rejak welcoming everybody just as the show was still probably 10 minutes away from getting started. But thank you for always doing that. Mr. Red, and then, of course, Stingray. He always greets us with an ahoy. That's the nautical theme going on there with Mr. Stingray, aka Newell. So nice to have you here as well, and of course the usuals. We got number one Marvel fan, always hanging out. It's always good to have him there. Tom always leaves a comment after the show, so that's a word to the wise, everybody. It always helps us out if you leave comments when we're all done here. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, of course, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up during the show, but also subscribe after we're all done here. And then I see Jeff Wedding was hanging out early. Also, Jason Ladwig. Jason, good to see you. Hope we'll see you at OAX again this year. Compson is in the chat as well as Peter Rowe. So hey, and Jiggy Cruz. Oh my goodness, Jiggy, all the way from the Philippines, always has a smile on his face when he greets us, doesn't he? Hey Jiggy, we haven't talked in a while. We got to get Jiggy back on for a show sometime in the near future. I had a few emails today from some folks who actually want to get in and do a some sales shows. So it's good, but always good to advance and add in some diverse sales shows. Of course, the show with Anthony last night went okay. Lots of activity after it was all over, but very disorganized. I never like things when they go off the rails and get it, kind of like owl out there, and I can't track anything. But at the end of the day, it all worked out well. And what else we got here? Bear HQ. That's right. I actually did a redo of the little bear clip I'm going to show in a few minutes, Marcus, because I hadn't told the family about it, and I did post it on Facebook. But right before I posted on Facebook the other day, I actually showed them the video, and I was recording them while they got to see it. So I kind of superimposed the two. So we'll show that off in a few minutes. But Nick Forrest, good to see you in the chat as well. Dave Kopecki, how's it going, Dave? Seems like yeah, we're due for another meetup probably in 2 or 3 months, Dave. I know OX is too far away. Maybe we can do another sales show or something like that, or get you on here for some kind of a collector conversation. That'd be fun. We're kind of overdue for those things as well. Toenail the bear. Gosh, the thing is, the word toenail is always going to remind me of Bob Layton now. So I can never look at my toes the same, and I'm sure none of you can as well either. Tim, I did send you a link about 15, 20 minutes ago. Check your email. If you didn't get it, I will be happy to resend it to you. But yeah, I did. I did. What else we got here? The Wood sketchbook was a dud. It was a dud. Yeah, well, Anthony was had some wishful prices on some of that stuff, I think. But it was cool to see. But I think the only piece out of the sketchbook that sold was the piece to Rich, right? I don't even remember which one that was. Um, no, no, that's not true. Lovett's got that Sergio Aragones piece. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else. But denim shirt, yeah, Jason. I'm out of the grunge phase and back into my working on the farm phase. But yeah, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, so let's at least talk about the bear one last time. I did redo that video. As many of you already know, on Saturday I was at the no, it was Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. We were Kazra and I went to the Orlando Animate Show, and I was kind of late coming back. Got in at like 7:20, but at 7:12 we had a bear here. Fortunately, the whole family was all gone and everything, and it's a baby by bear standards. So everybody who saw it on the road here, I posted on the Facebook group for my local, for the locals. They were all kind of scoffed at me, like, leave the bear alone. It's like I had anything to do with mistreating the bear. But yeah, it's a baby by Central Florida standards. But at any rate, but in this little video clip that I shortened even more, I did add in, when I got everybody on a call at their hotel, and little did they know I was recording them while the video was playing, so I could capture their expression when they saw the bear. They didn't freak out like I thought they would, unfortunately, but it's still worth seeing. So I'll go ahead and just play this. It's got the same farm music we had on last time for the chicken, so I hope everybody can tolerate that one more time as well. But here you go. There you have it. There you have it. Sasquatch energy, says Nick Forrest. So it did kind of look like a guy in a bear suit, Dave Kopecki. We actually thought maybe Marcus when made a trip down here to Florida and he was stalking me in a bear costume. But I'm not going to say it's him. He could probably confirm or deny it in the chat. But no, it does. That's why all the neighbors said it was a young bear, probably 2 years old or so, and whatever. I don't know a thing about bears, but I do know a thing about Bob Layton, and I did see that he was in the chat, and of course Jason, who has been clamoring for Bob's opinion on whether or not he designed those X Factor costumes, and so he should be happy. Bob has laid the whole matter to rest. I saw it. Where the heck was it? He said yes, he and the late Butch Geis did the X Factor costume. So, Jason, I hope you're very happy. I know that you've been dying to know, and the answer is now supplied to you. You have it straight from the horse's mouth, Mr. Tom Toe Layton. So there you have it. Let's see. Mr. Redjack want to know if we comp him free OEX tickets. We don't comp anybody free OEX tickets. So Bears, no Bears, even if he's the head of security, no, we don't comp him any kind of OEX tickets there. Jason want to know what was in the bag that he didn't want. I don't know what Maureen has in that bag. Well, no, actually I do. Maureen likes to make her own concoction of weed killer out of like vinegar and salt and something. I can't remember what, but in the bag was one or the other. I think the jugs were vinegar and there might have been like salt in a bag or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, nothing edible is the main thing. So Marcus says he only wears a panda costume. So if we ever have a panda walking on the front porch, we'll know it is Marcus. So the bear was an influencer. Toenail, Bob, you know where is that? Right here. Bob, you really got everybody talking. They could not stop talking about your Toenail the week after the last time we had you on here. So there you go. You're infamous now. That they probably made us they probably took a screenshot of that slide that we showed and have made stickers out of it right now. They're probably going around shoe stores slapping them on the side of Adidas boxes and stuff like that. No telling where that Toenail will wind up here at this at this juncture. That's the way things happen around here. But yeah, there you go. I'm sorry. Toenail the bear. That's the name? We could go with that. You know what? That reminds me. I have to tell everybody we are going to do a giveaway tonight, and I did not prep the giveaway screen here. So let me do this right here, right now. Um, Once again, the anonymous donor is that is a true patron of CAF has donated 10 premium memberships for folks on CAF. And what we've decided is that what we'll do is we'll do a giveaway. But if you're already a premium member and you win, you have to gift your premium membership to somebody else. It won't be like an add-on to your premium membership. But I'm sure every one of you who is premium probably knows another member who who definitely should be premium if they're not already. So we're going to go ahead and do another one of those today. I just have to get over here on the StreamYard giveaway tool. I can find out where it is. Yeah, there it is. And we'll just do hashtag premium, I guess. Yeah. Why don't we just go ahead and do that? Highlight this. I'll throw it in the chat for everybody. Just like that. Hashtag premium. That's the way you do it. Now, unfortunately, I have managed to add myself to the giveaway by putting it in the chat. It's now I'm entered on both Facebook and on YouTube. But I promise if I'm one of the winners, I will defer and we will choose another one. So there you go. But again, a longtime friend in the hobby who I didn't get to meet in person until a few years ago, and he's a very excellent guy, and he loves CAF. And he loves the community, and he's always gosh, just again, he's local, semi-local. He actually made it to my 20th anniversary party for CAF 3 years ago. So just an all-around good guy. And again, 10. We're gonna give away 10 premium memberships later in the show. I'll wait till we get Tim on. I sent him an email so he knows about what segment I'll be bringing him on. Probably right after we do the schedule. So maybe after we do the unboxing of stuff, we'll do the drawing. But I should probably put a banner up here so everybody knows how to enter the giveaway that comes in late. So here, we'll do it like that, and there we go. Premium, easy to remember. So yeah, oh, good. We're up to 24 already. 24 premium entries. All right. So yeah, beyond all that, what else is going on? We had a good show with Mike Broder on Tuesday. For those of you who had time to watch that one, it was interesting. I think we looked at more than 100 pieces of artwork. Probably more pieces of art during that interview were admired than I think we've ever done before, which was and it only took about 2.5 hours. Fortunately, Mike, when he was basically doing a Kath Cribs tour of his office, and took a ton of photos. So most of the photos had 6 or 7 pieces of art in them, and we got through it all, surprisingly. And then while he was at his home office, he showed us a lot of stuff that was hanging on the walls. Uh, Bob loves bears. That's a different giveaway, Kazra. We're not doing that one tonight, but maybe the next time we have Bob on, which might be in a week or two, we can do a different giveaway for that. I don't hate X Factor, Jason. That is not true. I just didn't like their costumes. The stories were pretty good, but yeah, the costumes were, I mean, they are what they are. Sorry, Bob. I'm not trying to insult you and Mr. Geis. I know that probably Shooter had a hand in putting some of that stuff together. But what do we got here? Bill, Joey, and I are compiling art and a video from the last week. Okay, by the 28th. Okay, 2 weeks. So Bob, that's what we'll plan on. 2 weeks from now, and that's about when I think I had noted that we would bring you back on. So as long as you and Joey are pulling it all together, that's perfect for me. Bob loves bears, though. We'll have to think of what we're going to give away for that. All right, 25 people entered into here. But yeah, so what else is going on? It's kind of interesting. I mean, I've been working on doing some recordings for probably like a 15 to 20-minute short video that I wanted to put together. I actually, a few years ago, purchased a piece of artwork that turned out to not be authentic. And while, I'm not going to talk about what it is tonight, it has an interesting bit of provenance along with it, and but I didn't know that. Thanks to somebody in the a longtime CAF member, somebody who pops into the chat every once in a while, they let me know about it. And well, they didn't let me know about it. It was thanks to them that they gave me enough material that I was able to determine what I had was not legit. So I've been putting together a little video, and my intention is to probably within a week or two get that thing completed. But I finished one short interview with somebody last weekend, and then right before San Diego, I had done another short interview with somebody. So once I pull that all together, maybe within a week or two, that'll post to the site, and then we or to YouTube, and then we can finally chat about it. But it is coincidental. Yeah, obviously, a lot of people have been talking about the uh, yeah, it's a scary thought, Nick. I mean, that's for me, if I wouldn't have had some follow up from somebody um, who just sent me some information that was not at all about pointing out that it wasn't legit, I would never know. To this day, I would be happily keeping it in my collection and probably thinking that one day I could sell it. So it'll be interesting once we do that, because then we can have a discussion about what to do with pieces of art like that when you have them, and what's the proper thing to do. Certainly, the two people that I spoke to for the interviews had their thoughts on what to do with it. I mean, there's gosh, because you could probably write on it, stamp it, put some kind of watermark on it permanently, burn it. There's probably all kinds of different things that could be done to it to put it out of its misery, or to guarantee that nobody else gets uh, it's not swindled, but whatever. Bottom line is it's out there, and of course, I know Felix is dropping some podcast video at some point, and ironically, the person who was the seller of that particular artwork that was in question back in June, they renewed their premium membership this week. So I had some correspondence with them, asking them some questions about how all that went down, what exactly happened. So I've kind of got my as I can be as insightful as I can as far as what happened there. But at the end of the day, it wasn't their artwork. It was they were consigning it. They didn't have it in hand when they listed it, and it turned out that once they got it in hand and some other stuff came to light, they were like, "Oh crap!" So that's why it didn't last out there for long. And as far as I understand, there was no confirmed purchase, money changing hands on that piece or anything like that. But we'll wait until Felix has his video interview with Mr. Martins or Martinez, and we'll find out more about it. Can you gift it to Kaz or he can return it to me next? Marcus, I don't think that it works like that, Marcus. Doesn't work like that at all. No, no, you have to, if you get it, you have to gift it to somebody who isn't premium. That's going to be the thing. Kazra is premium, so he would not be eligible to receive your gift. So, but come on, I know you. I mean, no one spends more time on the website than you do, Marcus. I have a feeling that you could probably pick 10 people all by yourself that deserve, or that you would like to see be premium, because you'd rather see bigger scans from them, right? So yeah, we'll roll it like that. But anyway, so there you go. So I got my premium thing started. I can check that off. The bear has been shown. Oh, another thing that popped up. Well, it's more of a reminder. I don't know why. We talked about this back, I feel like in late May or maybe early June, but Albert's probably going out and trying to remind people that he had that artwork go missing a little while ago. I can't really make this thing go full screen, can I? I won't go bigger than that. All right. Anyway, this is a piece of artwork that I believe the last time Albert remembers seeing this was at Como in 2024, just with packing and shipping and things going back and forth. Sometime after that, he realized he didn't have it, and it's the title page to Amazing Spider-Man 27. So again, we talked about this a couple months ago, but it did pop back up on Albert's Instagram, and so I figured I'd remind everybody about it. This piece is still missing, and if you can go over to Albert's Instagram, you'll notice that he's working with Michael Finn on this. So he put Michael's email address and phone number in the description for the Instagram post. And if anybody has any information that leads to the recovery of this piece, there are no questions asked, and Albert has, I believe, a $20,000 reward for its safe return. So there you have that. So I think good luck to Albert on that one. Anytime something like that happens, we all suffer from it, because it's the worst thing. I can't even imagine losing a piece of art like that. It's never happened to me, but but strange things do happen. Of course, there was the whole, you know, what was it? The art stolen in Hawaii a month ago. That the gentleman has been getting some of those pieces back, not all of them. So these things do occur. But here we go. What's Jason talking about? He's doing a get together. What's I don't know. I don't know what Green Goblin was going to do to him. I know it's a compromising position, but I think he knocked him out in some way. That's probably a compromising position and all by itself. But what's going on here? So I don't know if Jason's saying I got a lot of people to see in the day, but if you put something together, let me know. I don't know what's going on, who's doing a meetup, but if it's in New York City, Jason knows I won't be there. So what could I do? What could I say? 25K in store credit, Marcus says, for the Albert Moy return. Bob Layton, oh, that's right. He had 5 sketch covers stolen last year. It is no fun, and certainly no fun when it happens to an artist. I mean, at the end of the day, especially if you're trying to make a few bucks at a show, or I think your sketch covers, weren't they lost in the mail, Bob? I don't remember the exact story on that, but yeah. So New York City meetup, I guess that's what everybody's talking about. There will definitely be a New York Comic Con meetup. I can guarantee you that. Definitely. I know DeTulio is going to be there. I know Kazer's going to be there. I don't know who else from the CAF crew is going to be there. I don't think Colin's going to be there. I'm not planning on being there. Jason. It was a FedEx thing with Bob. But yeah, guaranteed that there will be a meetup there, and I'm sure we'll have some giveaway items that we can bestow upon those who also make it to New York Comic Con. Is it me, or am I not seeing it? Because I've popped over to the New York Comic Con website a few times, and I have not seen like an updated list of artists or exhibitors yet. Maybe they're finally posting that, but I haven't. That I went there early in the week thinking, just kind of out of curiosity to see which artists were going to be there, and maybe which exhibitors might get listed early. And I didn't see anything. Nothing was working. Nick Forst is all in for making sure that the New York Comic Con meetup happens. Maybe Nick will bring a portfolio full of Cyclops artwork, just to give everybody some popular things to look at while they're at that meetup. Pop's toenail. Somebody needs to make a big toenail shirt. That's all I have to say. Bob. Yeah, Bob left his toenail in Singapore, if I'm not mistaken. So it packed its bags and sent it on its merry way. Oh man. Okay. So what else do I got for you guys? Next week, I've got a couple different shows, and we could talk a little bit about the schedule. But the one that's important, I mean, they're all important. But next Tuesday, I do have Phil Hester on, and Phil, of course, is a guest at OAX. And that during that interview, and if you've stumbled into Phil Hester's gallery, I'm sure more than once, like I have. He's just got an incredible collection. He's been both a writer and artist in the biz for I think over 35 years, and again, but we're going to marvel at his art collection while we talk with him on Tuesday. But as it relates to OAX and him being there, we will have our first pre-book opportunity. Will get announced and released during that show. So for those of you who like Phil's work, I love his work. I think you'll want to tune in for that. And it's always man, I'm getting lots of texts tonight for some reason. I will but we'll send out a reminder on Tuesday of just that happening. So yes, Norse Cali entered into the giveaway for a premium, each page of a world, also in with a hashtag premium. Thank you both. So again, and probably in about 20-ish minutes, we'll do the giveaway for those 10 premium memberships. Yeah, we need more OAX announcements, says Alberto. They're coming. I think we've always sort of both, we've talked about the idea that where are we at? We're almost 6 months away. It's getting close. So yeah, I think we always felt like the 6 months is the kind of the home stretch. So you can guarantee that there will be a lot of OAX announcements, coming soon, without question. Now that we're in that halfway point. I'm not sure what Bob is going to be somewhere, I guess. At any rate, let's keep this thing rolling. So let me pull up the schedule here for everybody, and or would everybody like to see a photo? I've been sitting on a photo for a while here of Marcus. I've been wanting to show it off. There's a dancing video out there that I have too, but I don't have it with me right now. But I have to. There's a photo. Many of you have never met Marcus, though. Maybe one day he will come to OAX, and that would be a wonderful thing. We've had his cardboard cut out there, dressed as Captain America. In year one. I mean, he's sort of made an appearance, but he has not made it there physically. So one of these days it'll happen. Until that happens, you have to go to San Diego Comic Con to see him. But here is a photo. His good buddy Lance sent me this photo. Gosh, probably like 3 months ago, and I've had it queued up for a while, just never showed it off. But on the left, not on the right. Richard Martins is on the right. There is Marcus on the left. Look he is sporting a wonderful dye job, more colorful than I have ever had. But there he is, smiling and having a good time. And I guarantee that was probably at where was that at? That was probably at San Diego Comic Con, right? Where else would it be? So there you go, Marcus. Nice. I've never gone for the Mohawk look, Marcus, but you have flock of seagulls. Yeah, that was that was kind of a flock of seagulls look, right? A little bit down in the front, popped up in the back. Not too bad, not too shabby. Handsome looking man, right there. But yes, Thompson says that he feels like the style is back. I think so. I definitely so. I agree. And I was just texted. Somebody from Comic Art Con must be watching tonight. I got a text from a phone number I don't have in my phone. So August 24th is the next Comic Art Con. That's not on my schedule that I'm going to show here in a second. But for those of you in the New Jersey area, right? It's in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. The Sunday, August 24th. Usually what 10 to 5? No, 9:30 to 4 is their hours. Is Comic Art Con's next show. So there you have it. I don't have a slide, or I'd show it. We used to do that back in the day. Anyway, let me show my schedule. And we'll pull the little giveaway banner off here for a second. So next week I've got Sarah Jane on with me on Monday doing a illustration preview. Then Tuesday we have a really special IC3 episode brought to us by Mr. Sardo. He has Robert Kirkman and David Finch on for an interview about their new creator-owned book, I believe coming out from IDW. So that's going to be fun. It'll be a 3 o'clock drop for that video. And then again, I've got Phil Hester on that night. We'll have a standard Dueling Dealers between Mike and Anthony on Wednesday. Then it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to look at some Kevin Nolan and Brian Hitch art in a minute. But on the 23rd, so this is the Saturday after next, I've got both Kevin Nolan and Mark Waid joining me for an interview, and then we'll have an art sale, and Mark will drop off for that part of it. But I thought it'd be fun to have Mark Waid popping in and showing off just talking about the last days of Lex Luthor with Kevin, because I had Kevin on the phone last week, and it was just really fun talking with him. He said just a lot of really nice things about Mark's writing style and the way even Mark surprised him while he was working through it. And I just thought it'd be great to have the two of them on together. And I tried to get Brian Hitch to come on too, but Brian is unavailable. So Mark Waid will definitely be joining us for that. Then on the 26th, we've got both an all access art video dropping, the 5th one with Tatiana, and then I've got Roland Benton on that evening for an interview. Tutulio, Mr. Matt Tutulio from Tutulio Art Collective will be doing a art sale with me on Wednesday, August 27th. Got the 7th episode of Collector's Cash or Cache on the 2nd of September, and Michael Trailer will be joining me on that. That's very same evening for an interview. Dexter Vines art drop on the 7th. It's a Saturday at 2 p.m. Then we've got lots of different stuff coming up with other previews from Comic Connect Heritage. We have the 5th episode of Card Art Explained on September 9th. Brian Hitch will be joining me on the 13th. That's a Saturday at 2 p.m. We'll be selling those commission style pieces that Chuck Arnold told me that Brian's been posting them on his socials, and everywhere I looked, I couldn't find any. So Chuck Arnold will have to send me a link because I could not find it anywhere. And then the 15th should be fun. It'll be really fun if Guillermo del Toro joins us, but he probably won't. But we're doing a signature auction preview for the Del Toro signature auction that's happening later in September, and Joe Maddalena will be hanging out with me for that. Then I'm looking forward to the 16th because IC3 is dropping a Jesse Lonergan interview, and I actually walked by Jesse's table numerous times, but he always had a line, so I never introduced myself or said hi to him. But so this will be like me getting to meet him for the first time, thanks to the the interview that Mr. Sardo is going to have done with him by that time. And then just a couple more art sales. So another one I'm looking forward to is doing the Tatiana sale with TD Art Gallery on the 27th. That'll be at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, and it's all sketch cards, Spider-Man related, all of them. And like Stingray just says, look at that. Oh snap! Bring on the Lonergan. That's right. And number one Marvel fan mentions it's been a while since we've had Mr. Hembeck on. I would agree with you there. So that is quite true. I've actually got 3 or 4 pieces that we weren't able to include in the last sale from him. I'm sure we'll do something in the fall with Hembeck. I mean, why? He's always welcome on the show, just like he has a standing open invitation to be a guest at OAX whenever he is able. Oh man, Caroline Cash. Yeah, that's yeah. I know that Marcus almost your favorite, or maybe your favorite. So I missed anything going on in the chat. We're gonna see the giant Finch art. Corey, I believe so, one way or another. Probably some scans of it, but I'm not familiar. I'm not in on the interview or any of the kind of context. I kind of get to see it when everybody else gets to see it too, or maybe I can get a sneak peek. But either way, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I would just I would let Tim know that he can join me at any time at this point, because after I got through my schedule, we have nothing. I'm telling you, this is going to be a short show. No videos to play. We got no flips. We have no Calf Cribs video. We have no Page I Love segment this week, and we had no opening guest this week either. So Marcus needs to get his pee pee poo poo book signed. We can help you out, Marcus, but we'd rather that you come to the show. That that would be that's the ideal point. So yeah. Hey, I'm not going to argue with anybody who didn't think that the sale of the book of wood did not impress. The art was good though. It was all different, weird, but even the Sienkiewicz, which was a very nice drawing, period piece, right signature, and everything like that. But a warrior woman with dance leggings on is a piece not many collectors are looking for their collection. So yeah, there was a lot of that. The Jolly Green Giant piece. I mean, again, cool stuff, but uh, the market for those pieces is small, right? I don't know why. I know you like saying that, Marcus, but yeah, that's a book probably that I can't see anyone ever, once it gets out in the open, that anybody would keep it together. But anyway, what else we got going on there? Nick Brucci just popped in. Hey Nick, I shot you an email earlier today in reply to your email to me. So hey, if you hit me up and we'll talk more about that, because yeah, I'd love to do something with you on there. I did, Stingray. Come on, you saw the picture. I'm sure Anthony sent you a picture of it. You can't show that on on the channel. That's not fair. That would what would the artist say at this point in time? Oh, you get to just respond. Awesome, awesome. Uh-oh, I see. So that was Jason that texted me the Comic Art Con thing. How did I not have Jason in my phone? That's really peculiar. Hey, we try to keep the hoo-has out of those images, though. No, we do. Topless, yes. Bottomless, bottomless certainly. If it was my girls making those slides, nobody would see those. Most of the topless, they wouldn't either. See, thank you, Corey. And hey, Corey, I gotta tell you, I think I'm on my 3rd bottle of bourbon, and I think it's my favorite so far. I have to even Maureen, who doesn't drink, I gave her a sample of that one, and she said save the bottle because when we ever want to have guests over, this is the bottle that we want to have in the house. So she thought it was really great as well. I couldn't tell you which one it is, but I'll be happy to not third bottle tonight, third bottle since OAX. So 7 months ago. That's how long it takes me to get through a bottle. So I'm on my third bottle after 7 months. So yeah, I'm not a heavy drinker here, but I will. I'll let you know, Corey. It's in the it's in the bar in the other room, so I can't go get it. But it definitely it's. Uh, I mean, when the drink I poured for Maureen just had some ginger beer in it with some mint that I took out of the garden, and it was like spot on perfect. So she loved it. I like it straight or with some little bit of mixers in it, but either way, it's awesome. So there you have that. I I won't turn it down, Corey. I will not. And I hope to see you and your wife at OAX again in February. Sipping some Peerless right now, says Rugrat Spawn. All right. See, man, it's still I don't do any drink until after the show's over. So that's my mantra. A mint julep. Those aren't bad. Those definitely aren't bad. Well, you know what? While we're waiting for Tim to get in the studio, I might as well go ahead and I can open up some of the packages I have here. Not too many, and everything I pre-opened, especially the art, because Kevin shipped the art to me registered. He was very, it was a lot of art. I didn't even realize how much it was. I read the book before San Diego, and because I hadn't read it, I'm not a Superman guy, but the story was really great. But I read it online, and I had no idea. But those were like 50-page issues, weren't they? Because in the manifest that I got from Kevin, uh, well, I'll read it all later. But there's like 140 pages of art here, so we're not going to look at all 140 pages. But what did I get? I got two other packages this week. One was from T Public. So I know this came from Alex Garcia. He had given who did he give shirts to? He gave shirts to both Anthony and Mike and also Sharon at San Diego, but he didn't have one for me. So he told me he would send me one, and he would also send me something else. Uh-oh. Disney's not going to be happy with the second one. I can already tell. But the first one was, one that everybody's already seen. It's the Dueling Dealers of Comic Art shirt. You got Cyclops down there in the barcode box, and Sharon's up there smiling by the logo. So that's nice. And it's kind of in a brick motif with the logo, right? Not too bad. So thank you, Alex, for that. It was really nice getting to hang out with Alex in San Diego this year. He was at the meetup that Brian Peck set up for everybody, and I got to sit right next to him. It was fun. Got to look at some of his artwork on his phone. He even had the app on it. We didn't even look at the app. We used we used his photos on his phone. But okay, now what's this other piece? I can already see I think it's a Mickey Mouse on it, which is why I know this probably won't be one. Oh, look at that. All right, here, I'll just turn this one around because it's an homage. It is an homage, and maybe Disney should have thought of it first. Look at that. Taxidermy, euthanized, slain, missing, heart attack. Yeah, that's great, Alex. I won't wear this the next time I go to any of the Disney parks, or maybe I should. Maybe I should. I don't know. You are leaving Disneyland. I see that from on the sign there on the wall. But not bad, Alex. Not bad. Maybe I will wear it. We'll see. I once wore like a rip-off Disney shirt that was Mickey kind of dressed in a Darth Vader costume, and they all liked it. I went in and got some character photos, and they all high-fived me and appreciated the fact that I brought in some gear like that. Okay, so Jason says I should wear it. Southern Comic Geek. Yeah, these covers are, yeah, they are. They definitely are. It is an awesome shirt. So yes, thank you, Alex. We always like getting custom shirts from Alex, and I will wear the Disney hat. Won't let anybody else out. Now, this one was a box. Jeff Wedding, I know, mentioned that there was an artist whose name is escaping me at the moment, but I remembered when I saw the shipper, Just Mad Books, that it is it was shipped from the artist who Jeff bought these books from. So Jeff was like, "You got to read them." So let's see here. What do we got? And I posted a piece of art from about this artist, so I should remember the name. I put him in there, put him in my cap. I think on Monday, maybe over the weekend. So it's Justin Madsen. There we go, Justin Madsen. This is a book called Carbon. I won't tear it out of the bag, but it almost looks. Anybody who saw the Justin Madsen uh, vintage X-Men style costumed piece that Jeff picked up for me at San Diego, you probably recognize the style on these characters because that is exactly how those characters look. That's awesome. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Justin. Does anyone have a link to Alex's TeePublic page? The only thing I can send, yeah, I have a link to he doesn't have his own TeePublic page, but he does have an Instagram, and I did link to his Instagram in the email I sent out today. But for those of you who have not seen his stuff, there's a link to our TeePublic store, and then anything that has a drawing on it was done by Alex. I think the top 8. Looking in the gallery right now at TeePublic. Yeah, the top 8 ones in there are all drawn by Alex, and he's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So there you go. And I see Tim. Tim got in the green room. He got home from work. I hope he took a bathroom break, got himself something to drink. I'll bring him in here now because he wouldn't sit in front of his computer if he was not ready to come into the show. Yep.
Hi, can you hear me, Bill?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. How you
Okay,
doing?
fine, fine. How are you? Sorry to be late. I was at a friend's
Surprise,
book
surprise.
launch.
Usually, Snork would be coming on after 10, Eastern, but because we didn't have a lot of stuff going on to get things started today, we had to get an earlier start. Let me get that premium thing back in here to remind everybody. You entered in this, right?
Yes, but I already have a premium until November. So
Well, that the rule was if you already have a premium and you win, we'd like you to give it away to
sure.
someone you feel would be deserving, somebody whose small scans make you think of them as inadequate in some way on CAF, such that they need a premium membership to step up their game.
Interesting you bring that up because looking at all the art for last week, there were a lot of interesting art, but you couldn't see it well, you know. So a lot of blurry pictures. You can't zoom in on them and see the details on the art. So yeah, a lot of people need premium memberships
Agreed.
and a
Agreed.
scanner, a good
Right,
scanner.
exactly. There are a lot now that the app is out there. We certainly have a lot more people using their phone to take pictures of the art that they post. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have posted them otherwise because they don't have scanners. But I'm with you. Everybody should have at least an average scanner, no matter what you might consider an average scanner. HP makes a fine scanner, printer, fax machine that you can get for like $250. So, and I mean, basically, with the amount of money we all spend on our art collections, a scanner is just a drop in the bucket, just like a premium membership. So,
Yeah,
and
I need
anyway,
a new scanner actually too. My Microtech died on me, and I don't think I can have that fixed here in El Salvador.
yeah, Alberto's mad that we didn't pick his Romita Senior pencil piece. It had a nice scan. It was a fantastic piece, Alberto. You're not gonna, you can't, we cannot deny that. That Captain America sketch, all pencils, was fantastic, but it
I
didn't
don't
make the cut.
recall seeing it.
Okay, well, see, Tim didn't see it. I saw it, and I know it's in it's actually in the market data segment today too. But no, you did very well, Alberto. You know that. Just because it didn't get picked does not mean it was not deserving. There was quite a few good pieces of art added to GAF last week, but a lot of stuff ends up on the cutting room floor, as they say. Marcus thinks I judge harshly. It's not that, but Stingray does have some advice. He says, Alberto, do better.
I actually don't recall seeing that.
Well, if you type
What
Ramita and Captain in, I know it'll be like the first piece that pops up, because it's the yeah Ramita. Don't even have to put in senior in there. I don't hate Captain America, Alberto. He's not my favorite Avenger, but I don't hate him. Anyway, so here I did do I did it. I opened up the two boxes that I had, and I'm just going to show some of the last days of Lex Luthor artwork that I have beside me. I have about 140 plus pages here. We're not going to look at them all. I'll probably just thumb through them and just find a couple that are exceptional. So here, let me see if I can. No, not that one. That one. All right, we can look at it that way. So I opened up everything in advance because there's no way. And interestingly enough, I did not know this, but even by default, Brian Hitch drew on the what is this? His like 16 by 22 size. So son of a gun, it's not 11 by 17. I actually asked Kevin about that, and I thought it was all going to be 11 by 17, except for the DPSs. I thought those were going to be on one board, but that means I have to cut more Masonite because I don't have Masonite cut to this size. But they were all nicely organized by Kevin. He's in his manifest. He said there's 46 pages from book 1, 48 pages from book 2, and another 46 pages from book 3. So we got a lot. We got a lot of art, and we won't be dropping any of this on the website. This will first be offered during the show with Kevin. So that'll be on the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd of this month at 2:00. We will have him on there. But I know the first story is a lot. It's like a lot of origin stuff. So there's a nice page. I know some. There's some. Well, actually, there's probably two people in the chat because I've been asked a lot about some of the issues and some of the pages from this book. So I think somebody will be happy because when there was all the DPS art came in its own box, and the piece on top I know somebody in the chat has been asking about. So I don't have a price on it yet. I won't say who it was for, but maybe just look at that because those are all awesome. Those are gigantic. There we go. So yeah, once again, Brian, I wish you worked on smaller paper, but this is a pretty awesome DPS. It's probably, again, it's on at least 20 by, I think these are 20 by 28 or 29. So yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, the DC people are gonna be happy. Number one Marvel fan. This is not part of the giveaway, Marcus. Sorry, no.
That's huge.
Yeah, exactly. Fortunately, I have bought bags big enough for it, but I have not cut Masonite big enough for this. So I'll probably have to make a run to the Home Depot once again and do some shopping. So
They cut it for you at Home Depot, right?
You know what? I actually have Home Depot do the first cut. So like they'll rip if I have they're in a 4x8 sheet. So typically for stuff like this, I'll have them put 3 rips in it. So I end up with 4 pieces that are 2 foot by 4 foot, and then I bring them home and I cut them down to size from that. I have a table saw. Yeah, because otherwise, they actually Home Depot charges you now for the cuts after the first 3. They charge you like $3 a cut. So when I'm buying 10 pieces of Masonite that I have to cut, it's definitely worth it to bring them home and put on a mask and cut them myself.
Yeah,
so that's pretty nice.
Really nice.
Yep. And again, this is obviously this is some of Brian's last. I think this is Brian's last published work for either DC. Or, he's not doing anything for Marvel right now, but his last major IP, publisher work for a while since he's working on Ghost Machine. So That was, I think that was the Brainiac reveal in issue 3. So if you hadn't read issue 3, everybody, I'm sorry. I just gave it away. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Anyway, love Brian stuff. And when you get the Amazing Inks by Kevin Nolan on it, that's great. I can't wait to go through them all because I know that both guys were keeping some pages from it in the list of stuff that's here. Kevin notes which pieces he was keeping, and I know that Brian wanted a couple pieces from all this too. But I'll find out what that is, what he wants, and then I'll be prepping for my sale with Kevin Nolan next Saturday. Yeah, whatever we got here. So here we go. Number one Marvel fan says he doesn't own a DPS at all. That's criminal. That's criminal, Tom. You gotta own at least one DPS in your collection, right, Tim?
Yeah, I have several DPSs. I actually bought an Itoya 17 times 20, I think, just for DPSs. Yeah.
There you go. You have to, because otherwise, I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the DPS comes in and it's not taped. And when I get those, I'll put them in an 11 by 17 on both sides, right? And it works. But most of them are taped together, so you either fold them over so you can't look at them, or you have to buy, like you said, a 17 by 24 or whatever the largest portfolio that Itoya makes.
I've actually put once I placed one in an 11 by 17 Itoya, and it was one on each side, and the black paper in the middle, and you could see both. But that's not highly recommended. I have a triptych piece that's 3 11 by 17 boards that I don't know where to place.
You got to
Yeah, it
frame
drives
that
me
one and put it on the
crazy.
wall.
I can't have art on my walls because there's windows in the houses all over, so sunlight gets in. So my OCD won't let me
I
put
don't
art
blame
on the
you.
wall.
That's the right thing to do. I do not have a triptych at all. No, I don't. But yeah, that's a problem. But what are you going to do? I'm sure you take a look at it. You pull it out of the portfolio every so often. Brent also mentions that they do not have a DPS. Sorry to hear that, Brent. CJ is reminding us that we have a lot of people who have not hit that thumbs up yet. We have more people who have entered the giveaway. 41 people have entered the giveaway, putting in the hashtag premium in the chat, then have given us a thumbs up. So please, we should have more thumbs up than giveaway entries, or at least an identical amount. And Tim just dropped out of the studio, so we'll just keep songing and dancing until we get there. Daniel Goodwin says, "I've got my first DPS incoming." Dan, we got to set up a time for you to come by and pick up that artwork of yours. I'm free on Sunday, so maybe shoot me an email if you're available. Stingray asked, where was that? I know I highlighted it. When do we get more red coat? That's a good question. I should ask Brian when he, when or if he's up for sending me any more red coat art. He only sent me that one batch, which was in November, right? That was for the November Comic Art Live when we had that drop. So yeah, he's due. Maybe I can get him to ship me some stuff, and I can. I don't know if we can make it part of the current art drop, because the one that we're doing in September, because there's so much there. But if I can get it from him, we could do another art drop maybe, and maybe with the Cal November. I'll let you know, Newell. I know you picked up a page from that, if I'm not mistaken. I got one. I think we sold about half of the stuff that Brian sent in from that. But back to triptychs. Can't hang them on the wall in your house, and it would probably be pretty costly to frame something like that, Tim. I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting a piece that's coming in a frame, but I take those out. I got Goon #1 piece that came in a frame, and I immediately broke the frame and broke the piece out to put in a bag and an Itoya.
Is this something you got on Heritage? I mean, I always notice when they sell a lot of stuff that's in the frame.
No, I actually got that from eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, well, hey, it happens from there too. And Stingray, sorry, I thought you got one, but well, if you want something, I'll see if I can. Try to pry something out of Brian's hands for that. But no, well, that happens sometimes. But did you know it was in a frame when they shipped it?
Yeah, yeah, they said so in the auction, and the one I'm getting is from Comic Link. It's a cover, and the frame comes with a cover
Hmm.
and the published piece too. So it's a big frame.
But you're gonna take it out, right? Because you don't hang
Yeah,
any art on. Yeah.
yeah. I'll take a picture because there was a post in the big Facebook group about art on the wall. So I'll just take a picture for that and then break it.
I thought about doing that, because everybody was posting stuff. Jason D'Ambrosio was posting pieces. Everybody was posting stuff. I was going to post like the Hulk with pearls, and I figured everybody would, give me a hard time about it. So I didn't do it, but it was going on for so long. Every time I saw something new, I thought, all right, I got to do it this time. I should just do it just for fun now at this point. I think I've waited too long. Number
Yeah,
one Marvel fan says you need to put curtains up.
yeah. I need to put curtains up, but anyways, I don't like um to. I'm too worried about the art getting damaged. I
Hey,
I I do actually at least once a month look through the art, so it's not like it's an Anitoya and I never see it.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
been a couple of months since I've seen it because uh, stuff in life has gotten in the way, but I'm I'm on my way to getting everything settled. Hopefully.
Well, that's good. Hey, how is your daughter? She's like a highlight of OAX for me. The first two shows. I mean, it wouldn't be the same if I didn't get to take a photograph with her.
Yeah, yeah. She's always asking. She's been asking me about uh, characters because she's been studying in summer Marvel characters. She's been asking me if I have Nightcrawler art or Gambit art, which I don't. So she's like, "How come?" It's like I don't. Um, they're
That's
not
just not your
characters.
thing, right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, there's some cheap Gambit or Nightcrawler artwork out there you could buy. What does she want to do with it though? Take it in for like a show and tell at school?
no, oh, she knows it. It won't go out of the house. But no, she just wants to see it. I She likes turtles too a lot. I've gotten her some turtle art and shown her. I got her a signed CGC book
Well,
from
that's not
issue
bad.
number 1 from the new series. I think
Hmm.
she was like, "Oh, this is so cool!" Yeah,
Well,
and
you
she's
can always open up
drawing.
Comic Art Fans and show her anything she's looking for. There's plenty of Nightcrawler and Gambit artwork on the site, right?
Yeah, she did. She's drawing a lot, and she did a watercolor Miles piece for me for Father's Day, and it was like, "Did you really draw this?" And she was like, "Yeah, I did it by myself," and uh, it was very nice. I posted it in my Facebook. She's doing a turtles commission for me right now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, yeah. We'll see how that turns out. I'll post it
Marcus
in my
wants to know
account.
when you're going to buy her a McFarlane.
When her daddy gets one. Yeah,
That's right.
that's
Dad gets one first,
yeah,
then maybe the kids get one. I'm with you there. I
that's
don't.
my
I've never
my
owned anything by McFarlane. Not nothing. I mean, I've seen a few in person, but have you ever owned anything by McFarlane?
I have an Infinity page,
Oh,
but
you
I
do?
need an ASM
What
for
do you deals with
Spider-Man.
it? Is it still s- kind of affordable? I mean, they're out. There's a lot of them out there, but no,
Really?
you say no.
Not with I actually was could have been able to purchase one in around 2013, and I didn't. Oh, it
You
had
regret it to this
two.
day. 12 years later,
Yeah,
you're still kicking yourself.
it had Rhino and Scorpion on it,
And
and
Spider-Man, right?
I think there was a small Spider-Man, but I couldn't afford it back then. I can't afford it right now either. I need to
Not
sell
many of us
all of this stuff.
can afford a good Amazing Spider-Man by
Yeah,
McFarlane.
yeah.
So hey, I'm going to remind everybody right now that probably about 5 minutes we're going to do the drawing for 10 premium memberships. Right now there are only 45 people entered into this, and I accidentally entered myself in twice when I was putting the example in the chat. So for those of you out there who have not done it yet, we have over 80 people watching right now, and only 45 people have entered the giveaway. So there will be 10 premium memberships. If you are already a premium member, what we want you to do is to nominate a non-premium member to receive it. But you get to pick whomever that person is. But if you are not premium right now, it's yours. Easy peasy. Byron Tay, I got those in there. So thank you. What is Marcus going to do with 10? Marcus, you can only win one, and that's number one. And then you can only you only have one to give away. It's easy. Marcus asked if I could pry, what was this, Ultimates art from Brian. Brian has no more Ultimates art, so there's nothing to pry from his hands. He didn't save anything. He sold it all, and he probably sold most of it through his CAF gallery back in the day. Cesar Alvarez is lamenting that he registered he renewed too early. Sorry, Cesar, but yeah, that's how it goes. What is this? Black Viper Adorn says today's lucky day. Jim Lee did a surprise stop by a local store, and I got in time to get a pic with him. Oh, and some art that you own of his. So that's cool, Seamus. That's awesome. Send us the pic for next week. I'll show it on the CAF update, if you don't mind. Let's see. I'll show Anthony Morris. Donate the premium membership to him, and he'll show you some spicy Daniel Warren Johnson art. Did you support the Kickstarter, Tim?
The Daniel Warren Johnson book,
Uh-huh.
really. Um, I wish the book was bigger.
Yeah.
It's 9 by 12, so I I would loved it if it was like an artist edition. I try to get those all the time.
Right.
I did get the Ian Bertram sketchbook. That looks to be a good one, and I got that. I got one with a sketch on it.
Oh, nice.
So they're coming out in October, I think. So we'll see. Because I don't know if you saw at OAX, Ian was giving away prints of the sketchbook, and they were really, really nice.
I did not see that. I actually only got to say hi to Ian briefly. And he was one of the artists that I really wanted to like go through his portfolio, and I didn't get a chance to look at anything. So I missed the prints. I missed looking at his originals, and I know he brought some really kick butt artwork to OAX in January. So I'm
Yeah,
disappointed that I didn't get to see it in person.
I think he had the sketchbook at OAX, but the print was awesome,
Yeah.
and they're doing the same practically on the printed version, So it's really nice. We'll see what sketches he comes up with.
Hmm. Well, there's bound to be some, his hallmark, like wiring and, just weird shapes and stuff. And is the king of all of that. And what
Yeah.
was it? Number one Marvel fan does agree with you that they need to make their the books bigger. I mean, that was through Flesk.
Flesk,
And I know
yeah.
that Flesk has done some bigger books, but you're right. I mean, the majority of what Flesk puts together is, I mean, his books aren't typically bigger than like the Infected by Art book that we do, and those are a little smaller than 9 by 12. They're like 8.5 by 11.5, something like that. So I get it. Hey, we're art collectors, right? We want to see we want to see it bigger. That's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
I did get the Daniel Warren Johnson print that came with a catalog, the small catalog. It's like a manga size catalog with Daniel's art. So
Mhm.
that's really nice too.
Awesome. And Joe K is trying to convince you to hang art on the walls, but we know you're not going to do it. So what we got? CJ says we got 51 thumbs up, which now at least the thumbs up, we have more thumbs up than we have people who have entered into the premium giveaway. So there is the premium number that we have right now. We have 49 people entered. We should wait till we at least get 50. All you got to do to enter the giveaway is type hashtag and the word premium, just like it shows right there on the screen. If you type that, hit enter in the chat, you'll be entered to potentially win one of 10 premium memberships to CAF. If you are not premium, you can use that premium membership for yourself, and if you are premium, we ask that you give it away to a member who is not premium. So what do we got? We're at 52. Hey, there we go. We got the jump that we needed. Even a little bit more. See, I know now that we show it on screen, everybody gets it. All right. Bada Boom, Brian E, Ollie M. Hey, Ollie. Charles got in there. Bill Rivard. Hey, Bill. Good to see you in the chat. Number one Marvel fan thinks Alberto's going to win. Alberto seems to win a lot. And trust me, it is not rigged. There is no weighting system to any of this, but it is what it is. So why don't we go ahead? We can we'll go ahead and do the giveaway here. And while I'm giving them away, you can still enter if you haven't entered yet. So it'll just we're going to be able to draw the 10. Anybody who's drawn gets removed from the list, and anybody who adds themselves before we're done, well, you might get lucky. So here we go. Who will it be? Boom. Came in near the end, or is the last person to get in there, and Bada Boom has won the first one. So Bada Boom, you don't need to tell me if you're premium or you're not premium, but you do need to email me. And everybody who wins tonight, you have to email me, bill@comicartfans.com. If this is for you, let me know. And if it's for somebody else, I mean, maybe you want to email me anyway. Let me know that you picked somebody, or you're going to need a day or two to decide. But you got to email me, bill@comicartfans.com. So let's go ahead and draw this one again. And I'm pretty confident that I thought there was always a message here that said not allow duplicate winners. So we'll see how this goes. Thank you, Bill. I know you're down here too. You've probably seen a bear or two. There you go, Brent. Brent, the man who owns no DPSs, has won at one of the premium memberships tonight. We got 8 more to go. So let's see here. Yeah, it is actually counting down. We were at 54, now it's at 52. So here we go. You still have time. Anybody who hasn't entered, there's 94 people watching right now. So plenty of people who have not entered yet. Congrats, Brent. CJ Design. Awesome. I posted some artwork in my CAF gallery recently from CJ. He did that very good likeness of me dressed up as Cyclops. So I hope everybody has had a chance to see that. Let's go ahead and we'll get the fourth one drawn here. Everybody's chanting CJ in the chat. That's good. Charles Holbert, another late one, but in there as well. Again, remember, every winner, you got to email me, bill@comicartfans.com, and we will work this out. Congrats to Charles on there. Go ahead and draw another one. Nobody, even though we have over 90 people watching now, one of the people who are watching right now who have not already entered have entered again. So you get what I'm saying. Have entered for the first time. Peter Rowe, man, Peter Rowe. There we go, Peter. Well, we know Peter is a premium member. Who will Peter choose to be a premium? Marcus, the bear does not have an account on Comic Art Fans, so you cannot gift a premium membership to someone who does not have an account on the website. Who will be number 6? We got 5 more to draw. Oh, Alberto almost got it. there would have been an uproar in the chat if that had happened. So congrats to James Henderson. And as number one Marvel fan, just reminded everybody, hit that thumbs up. Thank you, number one Marvel fan. Using your I forget what those things are called, right? When you have when you're a member for so long, they give you the ability to do a super chat right there. So thank you for doing that. All right. After James, 4 more to go. Who's next? Nailbiter did. So I saw that. Stingray. Jiggy Cruise. Oh my goodness. Jiggy Cruise. Well, I believe Jiggy's premium, so I think a lot of these are going to be gifts tonight. Jiggy Cruise. Man, I think they threw more confetti for Jiggy than anybody else. What now that there's something rigged there. That's for sure. Look at Jiggy's crying in the chat. I get it, Jiggy. All right, 3 more to go here. Who will be next? And again, if CAF or CAF Plus wins, they will not win. Stingray. Look at that. Wow. Congrats, Newell.
Newell's premium too, isn't he?
Yeah, another premium member. There's going to be a lot of Well, the good thing is we'll have more premium members after this is all over than we did when we started. All right, 2 more to go. Man, I need some background music playing while we're doing this. There's gonna maybe some Jeopardy music. I don't know, something fun. Tim!
Oh.
Now everybody's gonna say it's rigged.
Okay, I'll find someone.
Well, remember, you were looking at a lot of stuff this past week. All the art, there was so much small artwork.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My check is in the mail, says Stingray. Okay, I love hearing that, Stingray. Thank you so much. All right, everybody says rig. Okay, last draw here. Let's see who wins the 10th and final. Premium membership opportunity that more than likely you'll be gifting to somebody else. Crom Alaton. All right, Crom Alaton. Congrats. So remember, everybody, including you, Tim, who won this evening, you got to shoot me an email. Let me know if, I think most of these people are premium, but let me know if you've already picked somebody to gift it to. And if you're not premium, let me know and we will upgrade your CAF account tonight. And I'll do it after the show, and I'll email you a list of all of the features that you've been missing out on for the last 20 years. All the as it happens keyword alerts for art for sale, all the art that you get to see that it was posted to people's galleries just for fun. You set up all your keywords and you get all these announcements. You get to participate in the class. You can sell art in the classifieds. You can participate in Comic Art Live twice a year, either as an exhibitor. You get 2 hours early access. Help me out, Tim. What other things do premium members get? They get larger scans.
You get the alert for the Comic Art Live of your want list items.
That's true. Even though premium members get 2 hour early access to the show, a half hour before that access starts, we generate a list matching your want list keywords 30 minutes before the show even opens to premium members, giving you the advantage to get in and make a plan of attack. You can save the artworks and then dive in as soon as the hall's open for premium members and buy the art. I think most of the art sells in the first 2 hours of the show, or by volume, by hour. More art sells in the first 2 hours than any other 2 hour segment throughout the whole weekend. Just because.
Yeah.
I think the last 2 major purchases that I made during Comic Art Live, one was for that 8-ball page by Klaus, and the other one was the end page to Uncanny X-Men 150. Both of those I saw as a result of my premium keywords, and both I picked up in the first half hour of the shows. So, yeah, so it pays. It pays for itself.
Definitely.
Let's see. Jason's mad that he's not in my contact list on my phone. Jason, I don't know how that's possible, because we've texted before. Are you sure you're not texting from somebody else's phone? because I swear we've talked on the phone before, and but maybe you've called me through Facebook. Maybe that's what it is. I know we've talked on the phone more than once, but yeah, yeah, but sure, you might be on the list that I drop and I don't save for for those sorts of things, for calling back. The bear got it. All right. Anyway, well, let's get this. We got our giveaway out of the way. I'm very happy with that. But please remember, everybody, if you want, email me tonight. And if you already know who you want to give it away to, because you're premium, we'll do that. Let me know who you want it to be gifted to, and honestly, whether you want me to let them know that you were the one gifting them. I can say it was an anonymous gift if you want, because God only knows there's some high roller collectors that are not premium who I would love to see have better stuff, and maybe you don't, maybe you don't want to tell them it was you that did it. So I'm cool with that as well. Just like our donor is anonymous. All right, let's see. We can look at some heritage artwork. I got to do my heritage. I did my heritage picks, and as good as last week was, what's that?
The picks, yeah, you haven't done the picks.
I have not done the picks, and yeah, last week was really, there was like too much stuff to look through, and this time I had to go through everything. I had a hard time picking 10 pieces. Let's see here.
I got some alerts today before the show.
Oh, from Heritage. So there was
Yeah.
some. I mean, there's some good stuff, but let's see here. Starting off with a Dennis Cowan. This is like a Marvel House ad. Let me click on it so we can get a little closer. So I didn't read what the, it was probably in most of the Marvel books, but it's a nice Daredevil, Power Man, and Iron Fist. Dennis Cowan. Does it have a date? I don't see it on there, and I don't see it in the title, but it certainly looks late 80s. If I had a hazard a guess. So for those of you who like house ads, it's not a Hostess ad. It's all Marvel.
It's nice that Daredevil is coming out of the comic.
Out of a panel page, right? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about it like that. That's yeah, it makes it even better. Yeah. Then this is a Joe Kubert page that's kind of weird. It's from Star Spangled War Stories, issue 137. But I mean, the artwork caught my eye immediately. That first panel and the lettering, because they're in a sub, and you see the sub in the water, and then you get down and there's a giant sea creature, being seen through the periscope. So I mean, so it's totally odd, totally off the wall. I think it's freaking incredible, and I love Kubert's work, and I want to get a Hawkman page, and I've kind of like shunned. I'm like, I don't want to get a war page. There's a ton of them out there. They are affordable, but you know what? If I went after a Kubert war piece, it would be this one, because you get, I mean, again, just classic Kubert art. I mean, that first panel, last panel, totally awesome. The sub underwater, awesome. But you get like Nessie in there as well, or whatever the sea creature is. Isn't this a great page, Tim?
Yeah, I love Joe Kubert. I don't have anything from him. He was in Baltimore in 2007, and I didn't meet him. I was hung over on that day, and I skipped the show. Yeah, that was the
Well,
last
that
time
does
I
happen.
drank before a show.
Yeah, I think the only time I saw Kubert at a show was his last visit to New York Comic Con, and he was set up near. I think I was working with Mark Hayes, so he was not too far from us, and I never walked over and said hi or looked at it, any artwork that he brought. I remember he took like 5 commissions for that show, and everybody who got one, they were awesome. And I think, and he passed a few months after that. But it's like you see a creator like that, and you think, oh yeah, I'll have an opportunity at the next show, wherever it is, right? And then, so it's a reminder that you always go see your heroes when you have the opportunity, because you never know when you won't. But yeah, I regret that immensely, not stopping by and even just picking up something from him, even if I couldn't talk, because I was too nervous. Just getting a book or something from him would have been great. But this page, very awesome.
Yeah, those Nessie shots are nice.
Yeah, there's going to be something in here that number one Marvel fans are going to be mad, I'm sharing, but he probably knows which piece it is. But next up, I have this Guy Davis Hellboy Wild Hunt page. I always just like Davis's work a lot, and I just thought this one was fun. You get the castle in a in a landscape. You get the interior shot with, I mean, heck, that's like a Frazetta pillar right there with these creatures around it, and just awesome Guy Davis, panel work and creatures throughout this whole thing. So it's an awesome page. I think there's a few other pieces, Hellboy pieces from Guy Davis in this auction too.
That's Hellboy or BPRD?
Hellboy, The Wild Hunt 2.
Oh, okay.
So no Hellboy in it, unfortunately, but the Guy
Still
Davis
nice.
artwork is fantastic.
Yeah.
Look at that hag. I mean, that's like something straight out of Popeye, practically, but it's awesome. I love it. Now, let's see, is this next piece? This is the one that's going to make #1 Marvel fan shed a small tear. Jack of Hearts, George Perez, convention sketch from 1982. Look at that. That is, I mean, a lot, you could say, George, back in that time period, did put a lot of time in a lot of his sketches. You could see the stuff when he started doing a lot of things for Hero, and then you got in the 2000s, more things became a little bit more loose, head sketches, torsos, that kind of thing. But I just think it's beautiful, right? I mean, you can't get more detail on a single figure sketch from George Perez than this one right here. Oh, but Tom's saying he passes. He's just saying that because he doesn't want anybody to think he's going to go after it. Yes. Come on, yeah, Tom. It's classic.
There's a lot of detail on that sketch.
There is.
Look at his legs.
Oh, see, Tom's
acting on the legs.
He's not happy about it. He doesn't like the inks. All right. Hey, #1 Marvel fan, #1 Jack of Hearts fan, turning it down. All right. What do we got next here? Gene Colan and Dave Simon's ink wash piece. I just thought this was really nice. Tomb of Dracula. These are just, I mean, do we get Dracula on there? Yeah, we do. Last panel. But look at that. Storytelling's great. It's lush. It's a rare Gene Colan layout that doesn't have funky angles in it at all. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I love the second to last panel with the whole, the dock and silhouette with the characters there and the ship. Just some great storytelling on this page.
And the last panel, look at those guys that are drinking, the detail on their clothes.
Exactly. No, this is fantastic. No Howard the Duck in this one, though, like Marcus was hoping. What did the face renderings? Yeah, exactly. No, this is a really, really, really awesome page. Next up, I don't know anything about Flint Henry, but his name's popped up a few times. So I was like, I'm going to pick this, especially since I have no idea. The book is something called Grimrod Terror at the Crossroads cover from 1993. I know nothing about it, but Flint Henry. For those of you who were reading comics in the 90s, here's something else. I think he worked on. His name came up when we did the Hillary Barta interview. He also worked on Grimjack. Was it Grimjack or was it Star Slayer? I can't remember, one or the other, or maybe both. Either way, Flint Henry. Were you familiar with Flint, Tim?
No, I've never heard of that. Never. But it's a nice detail. 90s, yeah, pouches and guns. Definitely. Big guns.
There you go. Both Johnny Granada and Mark Hager confirmed it was Grimjack that Flint Henry worked on. Right, later in the run, I think in the 50s or 60s, he did the penciling work in there. And for whatever reason, those pages that Flint Henry worked on always seem to go higher than some of the more looser, stuff by Tim Truman. So go figure. I'm sure the earlier Truman stuff is probably more valuable, but that's what I saw when I was doing my research. Now this next one, it's Scott Hampton, and it's a Marvel Fanfare 52 page. But I'm really picking this one because the ink's from Ernie Chan. I mean, Scott's a solid penciler, but Ernie Chan makes this page kick butt. I mean, look at that Black Knight, the
Oh
last
yeah,
two panels. Isn't that nice?
yeah, yeah. The armor, the what do you call the detail on his arms and legs? That's
On like
nice.
the chainmail or whatever the
The
heck he's got in his
chainmail, yeah,
armor.
exactly. Yeah, nice, very nice.
Yeah. No, it's chain. Yeah, there we go. See, Rich, I got it right. Chainmail. But anyway,
Chainmail.
it's Ernie. You know, Ernie Chan just makes it. I mean, look at the way he handled drawing the shadows behind these figures on the stairway. That's just amazing. I mean, you know, other guys could have just spotted that black, filled it in, and Ernie Chan decided he's going to go all out and make it realistic. I mean, there's depth in those shadows. I mean, come on. So I thought this page was really nice. The ellipses are off, says Rich Danny's, and he would know an ellipse or two because he's drawn a few ellipses in his time. All right, where am I going to next? Got three more here from Heritage. Oh, look, see,
Oh,
Alberto
nice.
said I didn't like Cap, and I picked a Cap piece right here. This is Chris Samney. It's a splash that was also used as like a second print run cover, I guess. So there you go, Alberto. Hopefully I'm back on Alberto's good side now that I picked that piece. Samney. Marcus. If it wasn't for Marcus, I wouldn't have a piece by Chris. I have that. He sent me a small Thor head sketch. So
Oh, he
it's
just
now in
did
it.
a drop. When was
Oh,
it?
did he?
Was it this week? Yeah. Oh, those are 4x6, I think, or smaller.
Alberto, I can do nothing right for him tonight. I didn't. We didn't. We. I can actually say we didn't pick his Romita Senior Cap sketch, and then I show off a piece of Cap art, and he's mad because I'm advertising.
There's no winning, man. There's
There's
no
no way.
winning.
Some nights that's how it goes. There was I got a text from one of our viewers in the audience from my picks last week that sent me the image of the Luke McDonald, Joe Rubenstein, Marvel Handbook of the Marvel Universe, Jack o' Lantern sketch, and just said you ruined this one because it ended up going for just over $1,000. I'm sure most people thought it was only going to go for $250, but it was such a nice sketch. Thanks to Joe's inking on that piece. These things happen. Can't let it go for cheap. There you go, Marcus. So true. Two more pieces here. A Peach Momoko. I don't pick Peach's stuff a lot, but I always, when I first started seeing Peach's work, it was actually in Infected by Art. She had submitted some artwork there like 10 years ago. So it would have been probably around, I don't know, 2014, 2015. And her style was very different back then. It was very, um, I mean, it's in a weird way, it's a lot like the way I look at Jay Lee and the way he inks today. Very sharp edges on things, but a lot of feathery, dry brush work, and almost always all black and white with just some hints of color. Like she might put a little red in the maybe hair or their eyes or their lips, but by and large they were black and white illustrations. And so when I saw this one, it just was very reminiscent of Peach's earlier work, except this one's starting to get into that more, subtle shading and things. I mean, if you actually do like an image search on Peach's work and look at her stuff from like 12 years ago, I mean, it's all like it's graphic, it's rich blacks, and it's totally unlike her work today. So anyway, so I thought this was cool. It's an Akira based piece, and again, I liked it.
It's nice. It's nice. What year is it from? The description, does it have a
This
year?
is 2018.
Oh, it isn't that old, is it?
No, it's not as old as the pieces that I'm kind of referring to, but it's reminiscent of it because I honest to God, I've actually never seen any of those Okay, I've never seen them for sale, except I did see Peach Momoko at New York Comic Con, probably around 2015, and I knew who she was because I'd seen her work had gotten into Infected by Art, and she had that work there. And I remember seeing it at her table. Nobody was at her table. Nobody was in line, and I didn't even walk over and say hi, as lame as I was back then. And that's unfortunate because who knows where the heck that artwork got scattered to. But Peter Rowe worries every week that I'll pick at Heritage. I did not fight my way to the front of the line. There was no front of the line at that show. All right, then the last piece I just picked because I figure it's probably going to be a very affordable Jack Kirby and Mike Royer piece. So for those of you out there who have been wanting to get a nice piece by Jack, and Royer, of course, being one of his better inkers. This is from Black Panther issue 12, classic 6-panel layout, which I favor. And so Black Panther on this one at all, but I'd say outside of Kirby Crackle, it's got all the things you need as a starter Kirby piece. And surprisingly, it's already up to $650. I mean, I'd figure this piece should finish right around like high 2s, low 3s, something like that. Unless it's issue 12 is like some birth page that I don't know anything about.
Maybe, could be.
Yeah. Yep. So anyways, there you go. It's a starter piece for those of you who are looking for something from Mr. Kirby and Mr. Royer. Nick Forst reminds us of the when Peach had a 3-hour line, fist fights broke out. She won't come back to New York Comic Con anymore. We don't blame her. I mean, that was a bad scene all around. So yeah, stuff got posted socially and everything. What is this? Bob saying Jack's birthday is the 28th. Huh. Good present. There you go. That's good to know. Mr. Tom Thumb or Tom Toenail Layton, right? There you go. Oh boy. See, no one's gonna forget that now. And I won't let them forget it, I think. All right, so we can actually show the EXP video before we get on to the CAF update, and we get to look at the picks that Tim and I did this week. So EXP is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, streaming from YouTube. And yeah,
Nick is doing a giveaway tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. He had, what was it, 500 people subscribed to his Facebook page, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a Jay Lee cover. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, it is.
Okay, so a Jay Lee cover giveaway tomorrow night on the EXP. I would imagine we're going to see that as part of this video clip that Nick's going to do. But yeah, cover giveaway. Everybody's excited. Look at every time we say the word EXP, Marcus squeals, EXP me. So there we go. It's time to watch, and we'll be right back after this thing is done playing.
Everybody, this Friday, August 15th, we're going to have the original art experience, and we are going to have some fun with some art. So, before I move forward, wherever you're seeing this promo, please hit that thumbs up, sharing is caring, and let everybody know about Friday's show. You know, it's August 15th, but you feel like it's July. Do you know why you feel like it's July, Amy?
No.
Because what happens in July? Rudolph is there. It's Christmas in July. You should see her eyes roll right now. And it's just a lot of fun. But I miss July. But this is what we're going to do, because we now have the Original Art Experience Facebook page, and we hit 500 members. We're over 500 members. So we are going to give away this Jay Lee Thundercats #7 cover to one lucky viewer. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. So, this is original art. Jay Lee cover. Friday. Tell your friends. It's going to be big. Alright, so let's go through the show. We're going to have this amazing Spider-Man 47 cover with Chasm and, oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember the villain's name. God. I think it's Hallow's Eve. I should have saved this till Halloween. Then we are going to have Green Lantern number 11. Oh, my stars and garters. Why am I putting this on the air? Green Lantern is one of my 2 favorite DC characters. Gil Kane's one of my all-time favorite artists. Beautiful Joe Giella inks. This will be on the air on Friday. Let's see. We're going to bring back this Quantum and Woody by Tom Rainey. We're going to have this Silent Night, Deadly Night Ken Hazer page. We love Ken. Let's help him raise some money. We're going to bring back this Ultimate Black Panther by Mark Bagley. It is gorgeous. We are then going to have 2 Ghost Rider 42 pages. I am terrible at this. Maybe I shouldn't even try. Both Ron Garney and I think Chris Ivy inks. It's either Chris Ivy or Akin and Garvey. Those are the guys that ink Garney around now. Jesus, I should stop doing this. But check out how beautiful the pages are. All right. Swamp Thing by Phil Hester. I don't think I've ever had a Phil Hester Swamp Thing. Astonishing X-Men by Norman Lee. I know I haven't had an Astonishing X-Men by Norman Lee because this is my only page. Then we got Starman by Peter Snyberg, which I can't believe I'm putting on the air because I was looking for a Peter Snyberg page for years. I finally got this, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta bring it to the fans. We're gonna bring Hell Witch back by Brett Booth. This Miles Morales Spider-Man 36 cover. This Spawn was the first appearance of the new costume. Gonna bring back the Space Ghost Johnny Quest number 1 by Bagley, as well as the Thundercats number 2 by Bagley. 3 Way of the Rat pages. Now, we've got 1. We've got 2. We've got 3 Sinestro pages. And what I'm going to do is put these on the air at $200 or less. And you guys know when I say $200 or less, it's usually considerably less. We'll bring back this Witchblade double page spread. And as Anthony would say, that looks like Sharon. And then we have from Walt Simonson's Private Files, this Aliens print, this Thor print, and not only that, we're going to have the cover roughs for Silent Night, Deadly Night, Powerpuff Girls, Daredevil number 6, Bullseye loses an arm, not a leg though, so it didn't cost him an arm and a leg. Ultimate Black Panther cover roughs with the published and the unpublished. Thundercats Lost, he knew what he was doing, he only had to do 1 cover up. And again, the Jay Lee original art that will be given away to 1 lucky viewer. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Yeah, I'm the only one who thinks that's funny. All right, Friday, August 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the original art experience. And I look forward to be seen by you then. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, looks like it's going to be a fun show tomorrow. But you got to be live during the giveaway to enter. I think I'm gonna. Am I doing? No. Oh shoot, I'm busy tomorrow night. Shoot. Oh, I'm not going to be there. I can try from where I'm at. I guess I could try to load up the YouTube app at that time. We'll see. But okay. So I assume Tim's probably gonna be tuning in, right? The chance to win a free cover is too good, right, Tim?
It is, but I always forget, and it's at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. here in El Salvador. I'm at work. I'm probably gonna miss it.
Oh, they don't let you like hop on your phone and in the middle of work. You may lose your job. We can't have that.
No, I'm mostly driving all day, so depends. Yeah, I could. If I'll set the alarm clock. I always forget.
It's 7 p.m. Eastern. That's what they're saying.
Oh, 7. Oh, yeah. So it's 5 p.m. local time. Yeah, yeah. I can do that.
Well, they have. I'm home alone, but Universal has anybody who's an annual pass holder, they have a special night, like Coca-Cola puts it on, so they give away all this free stuff and stuff. But at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be at the park because even though I'm alone, I'm going. I'm paid for my annual membership. I'm going to take advantage of a free free trip into the park where they're giving you some tchotchkes and you get special character meet and greet photo stuff. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going by myself. Unless there's somebody out there who also is going that I don't know about. And if you're out there, let me know, because yeah, going to a park by yourself sort of sucks. But hey, I have to let everybody know before we go on the CAF update. Seamus actually sent the pic of he and Jim Lee at that art supply place where they stopped by. So why not show it now, right? I mean, we're here. We were just talking about it, so there we go. Look at that. Hanging out, and then I assume it was already signed, so you didn't need to have Jim sign the art. But that's awesome.
What cover is it?
What cover is it? That's a good question. It looks like Deathlot. No, is that Cyborg? Must be Cyborg. Justice League, it says right up there. There we go.
Oh,
Justice League. I don't know what issue though. Can't
New
see that.
52. Yeah, it's Cyber. Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
It's a splash. Oh, it looks like a cover. Well,
Looks like a
congrats,
cover.
Black Viper of Dorn. That's awesome. I mean, it's weird, you just think Jim goes, going to shops and everything, but he goes to an art supply store. That's freaking great. Congrats. All right. Interesting. All right. Well, there we go. See, send pics when you guys are out and about, and we're happy to show them off here, especially if you get to hang out with Jim Lee for a few minutes and get a photo op. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. I should have pointed out the shirts or the hats, right? Jim Lee had a LA Dodgers hat on, and Seamus, you've got a hat with a mermaid on it. I'm not quite sure what sports team that belongs to, though. Maybe you can let us know in the chat. It's a game. Oh, I got you. It's a game store, but they have okay, Heavy Warhammer. That makes sense. Okay, CAF update time, everybody. We'll go. I'll get through the little dealer and auction house data really quick, and then we can be looking at some artwork. But last week, dealers had an average week, $340,000 in sales. The week before that, it was $387,000, so a little bit down from the week before. Who was the winner last week? If we gave away prizes, Ramita Man had $104,000 in sales. Joseph Melchior from Brit Comics Art did a big art drop, and he cleaned up with $86,000 in sales last week from only 6 items. That's not a bad average. Then Felix had 4 sales, $63,000. Anthony had 37 sales for $37,000. And Will Gabrielle, he had 6 sales for $28,000. So there you go. Top 5 sellers from last week. Looks like they did the majority of the damage from last week too. Almost, well, heck, over 300,000 just for the 5 of them. So, wow. So let's see. First, we get to look at the top 6 items from dealers. So let's go ahead and play that video clip. Here it is. So again, 340,000 was the total from the week of the dealers whose sites we host and track their sales. So you get a David Mazzucchelli Who's Who 19 Riddler. This one went for $55,000, sold by Joseph Melchior, Brit Comics Art. Then over at Felix's website, he sold this Nick Dragata Absolute Batman issue 1 cover. Wasn't this? I think this was one of the variant covers. I believe 50,000 on that one. And then Mr. Berkey sold this John Romita Sr. inked by Jim Mooney Amazing Spider-Man 71 page. You get Spidey versus Quicksilver on that one. Then a Hal Foster makes it into the top 6. This one, of course, is a Tarzan Sunday dated 1933. Wow. 92 years old. That one went for $25,000. And then, hey, here it is. Look, Alberto, your piece made it. $20,000. Romita Sr., Captain America pencil art, sold by Anthony. And finally, we have this Adam Hughes Spider-Woman #1. And it was done in 2019, sold by Berkey for the asking price of $14,000. So there you go. So Alberto's like twice mad. I show off a Somni, so it's going to drive the price up, and I tell everybody what the asking price was on a piece I've already bought. Alberto, I apologize. So, but yeah, isn't that weird? And Brit Comics Art sold the Hal Foster. That's even more strange, Tim. You know, I think of only UK related artwork coming out of Joseph, but here he sells the Mazzucchelli, and he sells a Hal Foster that's 92 years old to get to those two big sales. That's crazy.
I think the Mazzucchelli, he had that for a long time. I recall that it was from an old drop.
I can't say that I've seen it, but either way, congrats to him and it's funny. I thought Anthony did kind of good. He had 37 sales, 37,000 in sales, so 1,000 page average, which is pretty good for him. But one piece was 20, so that means he had 36 sales that were $17,000, back down to $500. It's tough. It's tough being Mr. Snyder sometimes, but congrats to everybody. So let's take a look at the auction houses. Very average week, just under $300,000 for the auction houses. Let's see what the top 3 sales from eBay and the 3 sales from Heritage were last week. First up, Ryan Otley, Invincible sketch. I believe this was a make offer, and I didn't go back to check. It was listed just under $3,000, but I'm sure it sold for less. Then I have another Ryan Otley. This is actually a published page from Invincible 73. The asking price on this one was $29.50, and I didn't check to see if that one was wanted to make offer. I don't think it was. I think that actually sold for that. And then lastly, this Sal Buscema Incredible Hulk 300 splash sold for $2,000. That's not too bad. Then over at Heritage, top 3 sales. I think we featured this one. Yeah, the Starlin Milgram Giant Size Defenders #1 page went for $12,500. Just awesome. Love the effect on the last 2 panels there. And then I know we featured this Jack Davis Frontline Combat page, went for $4,750. And I know we did not feature this last one because I tend to not talk about Dick Tracy, Chester Gould, because we featured a lot of that stuff in the early days of the channel because there's a lot of it on the market. But these 3 strips went for $4,250. There you go. And I didn't buy any of those pieces, so there's that. Let's see, Alberto. Well, Alberto. I think it did make it to the site, believe it or not. But I think that sold, or I don't know. I remember him talking about it at San Diego. That's all I remember. Anyway, we can get on with the fun part, Tim. This is where we get to talk about art and picks. The picks that you made this week. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and share our screen. We got everything set up in tabs properly. Was it added afterwards? Marcus wants to know. I don't know, Marcus. A lot of times the dealers do that. I can tell you that it happens, and usually I'm told. A lot of times, like if Felix sells a complete book that never makes it to the website, he will add it. He'll add it into his inventory so it gets into the market data. Sometimes some of the reps do that with commissions as well. So I think everybody pays attention to the numbers that we talk about here, and I think that on occasion certain sales will get posted after the fact, just to kind of get it into their system, because we give everybody a big tracking system in their admin, but also to get their stats into the market data. All right, let's see here. We got an Adam Polina piece, and it is in Anthony T's Calf Gallery. So why'd you pick this one, Tim?
Oh, look at the detail. I remember Adam Polina. He did, was it X Factor?
Yes, I believe that's true.
Yeah, look at the detail on that piece. The rain, how the raindrops are splashing above Daredevil's body, and bricks.
Yes, exactly.
Bricks.
Plenty of bricks on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of detail in this piece.
Honestly, wow, and it's not even a month old. So this is a very new piece. Yeah, I love the ink work on here. I mean, just the noodling on the characters, musculature, all that stuff. I mean, it's a fantastic piece. And then you throw the rain in on top of it, and yeah, I mean, what's not to love about this? I mean, even the way that he's handled painting the rain, the cityscape, it looks like it's been raining there for a while. And this is great.
It's a commission, but it looks like a cover. I could have sworn I thought it was a cover
I
or
would
a
have said it
title.
was a cover too. Yeah, you're right. It does say commission. I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Well, there's no way that he's not going to at least send that over to some Marvel editors in hopes of getting it published. I mean, hopefully for Anthony T, it becomes a published piece one day. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, this very well could be a cover.
Now, let's see. Next up, and Jeremy Roberts, Calf Gallery. Oh yeah, that's right. I like on this one. Belen Ortega. This is a best of the best #6. This is from the book that came out, the Ryan Sook book that came out last year, or maybe it was ending around the first of the year. But either way, great artwork in that book, and this is a beautiful cover.
Definitely. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things of that book. Well, Felix has mentioned it because Ryan Sook is the artist and the interior art.
Yeah, he did the interiors. Yeah, so and I think of
Hmm.
at least one version of most of the covers.
Yeah, this is really nice. I don't have any art by Belen Ortega, but this is really nice. Look
I mean,
at
the tonal work is beautiful. I mean, so
yeah,
it looks like it's pencil and ink. I mean, we're seeing a lot of a lot of this tonal work in the shoulders, and her face looks pencil, and she's definitely there's definitely she's been inked a bit. I love it. I think it's beautiful.
and the poster Jeremy Roberts says it looks better in person, so it looks good here. Imagine what it looks like in person. Because
Yeah,
I've
I mean
had that same stuff happen to me with a published cover with a scan versus the art, like with John Byrne. It
mhm.
it, it, it the pieces I have when I scan them doesn't do justice when you look at the piece directly.
I get it. We say that a lot around here, but I completely agree, and I'm sure this looks fantastic. I love it's like a it's like a classic Patrick Nagel pose done with but done for modern time. But this is nice. And Bob says I hate X Factor. It's like because I didn't like their costumes, Bob. I love the stories though. I mean, come on, I bought them all. I was an X-Men fan. I had to buy X Factor when it came out. I just wasn't a fan of the suits. That's all. I'm sorry. We can debate it in 2 weeks when you're on the show with me, and maybe we'll even do some kind of a survey amongst the people in the chat when we do. We'll come up with a way for people to talk about or to vote on their favorite X-Men costumes. Maybe we'll give them some choices. All right, I think I put my like on this one. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Next up, so we have Gene O's Calf Gallery. Look at they're celebrating their 7th anniversary. They joined in August 2018, and it is August 2025. Now this is a small image, of course. Oh, I already like this one because it's Mike Allred, of course. Now is this a published piece? This is a commission too.
This is a commission, yeah. I wonder what size Mike works on commissions because the published works. I just got an atomics cover and it's smaller than 11 by 17.
Yeah, a lot of his yeah, a lot of his and was the paper even stamped like Atomics? Because I have a what did I get from him?
Uh,
I got a published page that with some mutants on it that's smaller. Yeah, this one it's on Marvel board though, so I would guess this
11
one's
by 17,
17.
yeah, probably. Yeah, this deserves a bigger scan. Look at that
Yes,
surfer.
but how could you not pick this one though? I mean, come on, I mean, even in the smaller scan, the thing looks freaking fantastic, right? I mean, when I saw this, I thought I wouldn't even mind getting a commission from Allred of him drawing the thing. because he draws them so well. And I never have, that thought has never crossed my mind once. Sorry, Chris Snort. But
Chris would love it. Yeah.
I mean, look at
What
that.
I thought. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is an 11 by 17 piece. You're right. Because of the marble board, but there was a surfer piece also on that same auction with Galactus on it. It was awesome, but that went really high. Well,
Mhm.
higher than what I was willing to go.
I get it. But this one's beautiful. Yeah, I would love to see this one in person too. And we got to when Mike was at OAX in year one. I mean, he delivered a lot of his pre-OAX there, and we got to see a lot of stuff in person. But I love Mike's work. I mean, and it would have been pretty cool if Laura would have colored it too. You know, it would have turned out fantastic. I mean, I would think anybody that gets a commission from Mike and didn't do, have Laura color could always go back and get one later, right? I'm sure Laura would. You don't have to do them both at the same time. That's all I'm saying. So,
I'm sure you could arrange it with Simon.
yeah. Oh, and I didn't even know. You know how dumb I am. I didn't even notice the Galactus silhouette because this image is so small. But look at that. This is the silhouette of Galactus behind them. Freaking, that's even. I can't believe I didn't see that before. I had to read it in the
I
title.
didn't see it either.
Well,
I
there you
don't
go.
blame you. Nice, a lot of detail.
Well, son of a gun. All right, Rob C. Martin Simmons. I picked a piece for Martin Simmons too. This is Delirium. Only has one comment on it so far. Come on, everybody. I'm going to throw a link in the chat for this. Somebody's got to throw a comment on here during the show.
Look at the colors of these peas. They're beautiful. Look at those fishes at the bottom, the butterflies, the hair, the red hair, the stars. Yeah, very, very nice piece.
Yeah.
And this is a commission too? I only picked commissions?
Yeah, you picked another commission. You're not a commission collector, are you? You're mostly a published artwork collector, right? I mean, when I think of your collection, I
Mostly.
think of that.
I got some commissions at OAX.
Okay.
I got David Finch and Chris Evans. I wanted JD to work on my before Watchmen Jam, but he missed the show.
So you are primarily a published art collector.
Mostly, but yeah, because commissions are a
They're hit or
gamble.
miss.
Yeah, you don't know
But
what
all
you're
you're
gonna
picking here are great commissions, so we're on a roll. I don't know if that's going to continue though. But I love Martin's artwork. I really do. He's just got a great sense of color. He's clearly a fan of like Bill Sienkiewicz kind of has, even though I think he's putting his own modern vibe on a lot of the pieces that I've seen him do, whether they're published or commission work. And yeah, I think this is a very nice piece.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's see. So congrats to Rob for that one. Then Mr. Michael Elpers, 10+ year veteran of CAF. Let me get my like on this one. Vincenzo Riccardi of Polaris Marble Snap. Okay, piece of art.
Look at the
Wow.
detail on this piece. He puts a lot of work on these pieces. I got a Messenger Zeta by him that's got a lot of detail. And if you look at the additional pieces, I think he does the coloring on a computer. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's like Chris Stevens paints with those same colors, I believe, same palette, right?
Oh yeah, but Chris does the colors.
Traditionally.
Well, yeah, traditionally. This is mostly computer work. Yeah,
Yep.
computer colors.
Well, it's
But it's
interesting,
still nice. It doesn't detract from it. You could get a break.
No, I mean, and typically a lot of the Marvel Snap stuff has been, because the images end up being so small, you don't get that much detail in them. But boy, I mean, they went overboard on this one, and it works beautifully. I love this piece.
Yeah, like there's a reflection of her armor, maybe. Yeah, like the smoke reflection. Yeah, that's nice. A lot of detail.
All right, well, you finally picked a published piece, Tim.
Marvel Snap. Yeah.
It counts. It definitely counts. This is lovely. It was really nice. Let's see here. So Michael Elpers, congratulations. Now Daryl R. Let's see, what does he say? First published Jim Lee Batman pinup. Okay. So well, I guess that kind of makes it somewhat historic, right?
Yeah. And well, it's Jim Lee. I picked it, but the inking work, you can see the difference and the description. He talks about the inking work, how it's darker, like more Frank Miller Sin City type of inks, like he
Completely,
was
yeah.
working on when he was doing Deathblow.
See, even Rich thought that. I thought, I mean, how can you not think that? I mean, especially in the heavy blacks, but even in the little, the work within Batman's costume. I mean, that's straight Frank Miller, putting silhouetting his glove like that. Yeah, this is nice. I didn't get a
But
chance to actually look at this one when it was posted to CAF.
I saw it on Facebook too. He posted it, but the piece might be historic and it's very nice, but you also appreciate how the description, the it shows the passion. It's a lot of wording.
Daryl is a passionate gentleman. Let's see here. Oh, wow. He did write a lot, didn't he?
Yeah,
1992. This was done 33 years ago.
and it's on an X-Men board, I think. Yeah, he Marvel board.
Oh, it's crossed
X-Men.
out. X-Men's crossed out.
Yeah,
That's funny. Oh, well, I'm going to leave that one open. I'll check it out later. Well, lots of comments on this one. So, yeah, definitely deserved for Daryl.
oh yeah,
Wow. That's great. That's so unlike, Jim. I mean, the pose is straight Jim Lee, but yeah, the inking style is just tweaked enough.
totally different. Yeah.
All right. And Carl Choi. What did Carl buy? Oh, that's right. The Way Shack, right? Oh, my goodness. Cul-de-sac #1 cover.
Yeah, I had several Wayshak pieces on on the to be chosen as a pick, and this is interesting, because it looks like it was what, maybe an 11 by 17 board, and then it the picture couldn't fit entirely, so it's like the sides and the top part, additional pieces added to the art. It looks very interesting, and I was just reading about this book because they did Key Collector did a comic about it. So I was reading about it, and then Carl posted this on CAF and on his Facebook too. Oh, he also on his he does a YouTube show also. He was talking about it too. Oh, and it's a big piece. You can see the additional images. John Wishak is holding it. Yeah, it's a bigger. That's the comic. The next image. That's Wishak holding.
He's done that on a few of his recent pieces too, where he's had to add on some extra board. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all that it's done,
No,
that he's done those additions to it. I mean, the bigger it can be, the better. I mean, I love John's work.
definitely. It's interesting, The artist feels he needs more space and well, more art is always welcome, I think.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at the way they printed it, it's well, it did go over. Yeah, so he definitely needed to add it in there to get the get more of the figure because they cut about right there.
Hmm.
So yeah, well, that's awesome. Yeah, John can do no wrong right now. Everything I see from from him is just blowing my mind.
I need something by him. He also had a Sandman. I really liked that one. He had the mask on. That was a commission. It was either that one or this one.
Well, congrats to Mr. Choi. Just
Well,
adding many new beautiful pieces to his calf gallery. Then we have
many, many.
there's a
He's
Samuel
on the
A.
wall.
Now this is James Jean, just a simple pencil sketch. I bet it's unpublished too, Tim. Just letting you know.
Commission. It says it's a commission.
Yeah. So you're a fan of James Jean?
Definitely, his Fable covers
Oh
were
my gosh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember once there was a collector who had a cover with Pinocchio on. I really wanted it, but he wouldn't trade it. Maybe, well, his art is, he's an artist, his art is shown at galleries and sells for a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, he kind of moved into. Well, I mean, it's kind of understandable, right? His work, just the way it's so finished, polished. I don't know how. The thing is that it just demands to be in a gallery, and I could see him almost never doing a work in comics again if he didn't want to. 'Cause why not? But this is a very nice, fluid piece. Lots of energy in it for something that's so simple, and the figure is delicate, exactly like you want in a James Jean piece. And but it's Wonder Woman, so she's badass. So it's just the way he kind of embodies characters with I don't know, a sense of beauty, and then at the same time, knowing their strengths. I mean, he's a master. Good
Definitely.
genes, says Marcus.
Good genes.
Rich Danny says he came to an early TCAF and did some sketches. That would have been nice. All right, Benedict Judas Hell. I know we picked a few pieces from Benedict before. Artist on this one is Michael Walsh. It's the cover to Carnage 14 from
Yeah.
2016.
Tentacles.
Plenty of tentacles on this one. I'm not familiar with Michael Walsh.
Me neither. Me neither. But the inking work, I like the inking work on those tentacles. And Carnage also. The teeth, the detail on the symbiote is nice. Yeah, I've never. Is he just doing covers? Michael Walsh?
I don't know. I'm gonna click on his name afterwards. Let's see. Walsh is more of a horror comic artist. He's fantastic. Check out The Silver Coin. Okay.
Oh, that's an
Thank
indie
you.
title. No, Silver Coin, nice.
Yeah, I've not heard of that before. All right, I'm too curious now. I have to. Oop,
Yeah, I just did it.
there,
I
let me
clicked
go.
on his name too.
Let's see.
Black Hammer. That's
So they
his
say,
name.
well, there's 232 pages on CAF. That's nothing to sneeze at. There's a lot of work there. Michael Walsh, yeah, Black Hammer, Exquisite Corpses.
Look at that Frankenstein.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Oh, there's our Silver Coin page. Oh yeah, it looks nice.
Oh wow. Interesting. So it has a game room, kind of a arcade sort of theme thing going on it. It already looks cool to me. I'm writing it down. Silver Coin, Michael Walsh.
Yeah, it's a nice way to learn about new comics. Do you still
Yeah,
read comics, Bill?
I do. Not as often as I should, but I mean, look at the page layout on this thing. This is fantastic. I mean, he's breaking that last panel with a fist through some vampire's gut. The cleaving going on in the first one. I mean, this is wonderful.
Yeah, that theming is
Wow.
nice. The detail on the brains.
Am I in incognito mode? No, I am not, Marcus. I actually switched my um, I switched, and I really hate it. I switched my browser to dark mode because um, these new glasses of mine, even though they have the anti-reflective on it, watch this. If I open a screen that's white, look what happens. I mean, it just like my glasses just glaze over. So I begrudgingly have switched to dark mode on my browser, and like I say, I really hate it, but I'm getting used to using it because I'd rather not look like my eyes are glazed over every night. Anyway, and uh, Bill Rivard says it's easy to get lost on Cap for hours. That's so true. We all have been there. I was there a little earlier today when I was going through some stuff. You kind of go
Yeah,
down a rabbit.
this doing the picks is interesting. When I had more time, I used to go over when I found something interesting in somebody's gallery. I went through all the gallery, and I did a lot of comments before, but sometimes work and life gets in the way. That's not possible all the time. Oh,
That is
look at
true.
that one.
I
That's
know
nice.
this is good stuff. This is from Silvercoin too. So,
Yeah, yeah. Reminds me of some of the Tom Cocker
uh-huh, definitely.
art. Yeah, nice.
All right. Now I knew I liked this one when I saw it. That I believe it. Like I even left a comment on it before Marcus. Look at that. Woo! That doesn't happen too often. Stunning artwork, Jeff. I mean, this thing
Yeah.
is just unbelievable. I'm sure it's oversized. I mean, Paul Pope. I don't even, tell me why you love it, because there's so many reasons to really love this piece.
His art it's beautiful. I have a cover from him. It's from I don't recall the title, but this story, 100%, is really interesting. And I met him in Baltimore. I'm not sure it was 2007 or 2009. 2009 probably. And he had an exclusive comic to the show that's really really nice. It's from 100%. And he's really smart. Felix has talks about him all the time. He's really really smart. And well, the the Batman comic he did is very coveted. The art from those issues. And look at this. What's not to love? You know, all those hands, the details on the back. So he draws all those words in the back. Huck boomed. You can feel the music sounding. Huck
Oh yeah.
huck boom.
No, it's there's a lot of energy, and this is from 100%. One of Paul Pope's. I think he's the book he's most well known for. But he always gives it all, his all in these pieces. I just think this one's fantastic. And I think Jeff posted 2 pages this week from 100%, or maybe I could be wrong. At least there were 2 Paul Pope pages, I'm pretty sure. So if you didn't check out Jeff Singh's Calf Gallery this week, you should. And he's had a few sales this summer too. So if you're in the market, he's always got some interesting strip art for sale, and if you never know what he's going to drop when he puts these pieces out there. I
Oh
have a
yeah, he did another 100% page, but it he did it on Monday. That's I didn't see it. That's why.
it's outside of the day range, right? But Johnny, that's awesome. You own 100% French cover by Paul Pope. Fantastic.
A French cover? Oh, that would be nice
Yeah,
to see.
Rich Danny says that he's moving next spring, so I got to lighten up the collection. That's true. Jeff, is he moving again? Is that true? Because I know he changed, he moved and he kind of messed up everybody's get-together schedule, and he's moving again. I didn't know that. That's I don't know.
He
Hey,
does
nobody
sales.
likes to move. That's what was that, Tim?
He does sales frequently. I think I bought a piece from him before OAX, and he handed it to me at OAX.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Have ever bought anything from Jeff? I have not bought anything from Jeff. But in the first year, I went by his booth though, just to see the stuff he brings. I mean, you've seen photographs of well, the last house he was in, and then I don't, we've seen some photographs of his office in his new house, but he just packs the art. Everything's framed. It's completely the opposite of you, Tim. Everything's framed and on the wall and fills it. But he's usually in, like, I remember this last time he was kind of in the basement, so there were no windows. At least I don't think there were any windows, and it was very dark. And I'll just go and start talking about my piece. Yes, peak Dave Stevens right here. As number one Marvel fan just said, very well rendered. Yes, she is. And this is Mandel's pickup, right? Yeah, he picked this up at San Diego. I did not, had I known that he had this on him, I would have asked to see it because I ran into him a couple different times throughout the weekend. But this thing is, it's too damn stunning. I just think it's really nice. Small shoes. Yeah, who cares? We're not looking at her feet. The only one looking at her feet is the guy with the monocle. So, small feet or not, I think it's absolutely beautiful, right? I mean, come on. That's just lovely. I mean, when you look at just the ink work here, I mean, he doesn't overdo it. Dave Stevens, all of his stuff, like especially from the Rocketeer to really anything. I mean, look at just sparse line work, but everything you need to make the figure complete, powerful, sexy, all of that. He wins the day. So I think this is this is wonderful. Small toenails, says Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. Bob Layton could have benefited from having those. Maybe he wouldn't have tripped over that pool chair when he was out swimming in Singapore. So, anyways, congrats to Mr. Mandel. I mean, Dave has one of my favorite calf galleries on the site. He's got good taste. He's got great art, and I'd say this piece is in the right home.
Definitely. Look at the hair, the detail on the hair.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice. Well, anyway, love it. Absolutely love it. Weren't they friends? Yes, they were. There were a few collectors back, throughout the years who became good friends with Dave. I never got to meet him, but yeah. Anyway, great piece, great collector. Congrats on the edition. Now this is in Comic Art Boston's calf gallery, and did I comment on this one? I feel like I was going to, and I guess I didn't. I meant to. Son of a gun! I saw it when it came up too because I liked it from the app. But this is it's Ditko inked by Willie Blyberg. And I'm not familiar with Willie Blyberg, but hey, as far as like structure for a cover, this thing is fantastic. I mean, the architecture that Ditko's drawn in the background, the foreground with the stairs coming down, it almost doesn't feel like it should fit together, right? There's like a little Escher quality in the way these two things kind of come together at the bottom of the page, but it's just such a wonderful composition. And then the thing that ties together, and I'm not familiar with who's the character. I have no idea, but they're transparent. I love the fact that you see through them through the area that's well lit, where they look more solid when they're in the shadows. Again, I don't know anything about this book or any of the characters, but when I saw this artwork, I was like, damn, this is a really nice Ditko piece. So I totally agree with you on that one, Matt. Definitely. Blyberg inked Brent Anderson on Astro City. Okay, that's curious. Makes me want to go back and look at Astro City now. But yeah, I thought this piece was fantastic.
Yeah, I had it on the queue too. I narrowed it down to 32 pieces, and this was one I had also picked.
Right. I mean, how could you not, right? I mean, it's got, to me, it's got like all the anatomical things you want in a funky Ditko piece. I mean, this guy in the background here could be Machine Man. You know, just the hands look. Yeah, I mean, just you know what I mean. It's like it's wonderful. Bleiberg didn't do anything to damage Ditko's pencils at all, and in fact, I think he made it better. I love his inking technique on this character. I mean, I love it. Absolutely love it. So congrats to Comic Art Boston. This is a beauty. Anybody would be happy to have this in their collection. Next up. Oh, now here's Marcus. Marcus got picked this week. This is from JP Koisen, and better known as Gigzilla. I just love JP's style, and I don't know. I'm assuming. Hey, Marcus. I bet the scan doesn't do the colors justice, does it? But because JP's stuff usually pops, and like the greens would almost be like almost like a lime green, and the yellows probably pop more. And I feel like I either saw a photograph of Marcus with this on Facebook or something, maybe from Lance. But I just think it's an awesome piece, and indicative of everything you'd want out of something by JP. Got JP. Goo, you got it right. Exactly. That's what we should be saying now. But where's Marcus? Marcus isn't here. Oh, there he is. Creative Explorer. Yeah, for those of you that follow JP, yeah, he's a very fun guy on his socials, and he does songs with his kids because he's a musician. If one of these days if we can get him and a few other musicians on an OAX stage, it would be grand. I would be very happy to have something like that happen one day. Anyway, I love JP stuff. You've seen JP stuff on the channel before, right, Tim?
Yeah, I actually got a Think Fan Foom from him at OAX at the
Oh, wow.
sketch hour. Yeah,
How did I?
he did one for me.
Oh, on a sketch card?
He
Or
did
your
it on a
sketchbook?
sketchbook. Yeah,
Okay.
my sketchbook.
Did you get the? No, you didn't get it. I mean, didn't like Miko Swain do a Fin Fang Foom? I'm trying to think of one of the OXs where I feel like there was a maybe that's somebody else in the chat. Anyway, JP, hey JP, you're in the chat. JP says OAX open mic night. Okay, yeah, exactly, JP, you got it. But yeah, I love this piece. It's awesome, totally awesome. As is JP. He did a really cool. What did I see him drawing when I first saw him in San Diego? A fastball special with Wolverine and Colossus, and it was magnificent.
Oh, the print he did for the first OAX was wonderful.
Oh, he did. Well, he did the. Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm looking right at it. The MODOK Howard the Duck. It's right there on my wall. I hung that right beside the Gerhard Adam Hughes Red Sonja poster that that everybody signed in year one. So I've got year one right on my wall, so I can always remember how much fun that was. And JP colored the Hembeck piece too. That was in year two.
Year two, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, JP, yeah, we love your work. We love showing it off, and we love having you at OAX too. Okay, where are we going to from here? Now, this is funny. Fury of Firestorm 25, Raphael Kanan and Romeo Tangal did the inks on this one. The funny thing was when I saw this, I remember this cover. I didn't buy it. I wasn't reading Firestorm. I think I bought issue one, like I bought like issue ones from every book that Marvel or DC put out during that time frame. But I remember this comic. I may have bought it. I don't know, but it's like when Firestorm, he had all these plushies and stuff were essentially attacking him. I just thought this page was awesome. There's it's so well detailed. The way the grid is in that first panel, it almost, I mean, it really makes the page feel so busy, but I don't care. because you go from such a busy first panel, these close-ups to the three faces, and then it's just this super detailed avalanche of plush animals falling on Firestorm. I just think this is one hell of a page. I love it.
It is, and you know what? The inking work, I think, is helping it a lot because I don't know. This reminds he inked George Perez on New Teen Titans,
True.
and yeah, the inking work is very good.
Is that my
Probably
bear?
a lot. Yeah.
My bear did not have a bow tie on, Marcus, so that's not my bear. Oh, that one up here, though. There you go. There's a bear that doesn't look like it has a bow tie on. Either way, I think this is fantastic, and it was in Rick's Calf Gallery. So congrats, Rick. Rick just finds these true gems out there and adds them to his collection all the time. I don't know how he does it, but congrats. All right, Stingray makes the list. This is Stingray meets Dagon. I always forget. Is it Dagon? It must be Dagon. But can Stingray versus Cthulhu be too far away, or the old ones, something like that? I think Stingray needs to embrace the Necronomicon and the 1920s and put the Stingray character into some very peculiar settings. But I think they'll work. I'm all for it.
I think we
Dagon.
will have a list actually of these team ups, don't you, Newell?
We'll see what he says. But good night, Bob. Always good having you in the chat. Can't wait to debate those X Factor costumes in a few weeks with you, and check in on your toenail to make sure you're all back to health. Cthulhu is on the list. Okay. Well, remember mine. You've seen my Scott and Jean Grey with Cthulhu Sentinels. I am all for that approach to teaming a character up with something odd. I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't have a water. I got nothing here to drink. Sucks. I even drank the last of my Zevia. Okay. Stingray has abs to spare. He does. He's been working. He's been doing his crunches. That's for sure. But it's only a 6-pack. But again, the artist on this one, John Burkett. And I think we've picked a few pieces by Burkett in the last couple months. So this is fantastic. I love all the detail in it. I love the inking on it. I think it's amazing. So keep the theme running. It has a very like early 80s kind of vibe in the way the page is laid out and the way it's inked. I love it. I love it. IC3 artist alert. That is true.
Oh, he'll be attending IC3?
He was at the last one, right, Stingray? I think he was at the first one too. I'd have to go back and look at I don't know if we have that list posted anymore, but was at the second one last March. I'm sorry. All right, now it's getting late. All right. Let's see. He was definitely there this year. Yeah, I think he might have been there year one too. All right, fantastic. Keep them coming, Stingray. Now, I didn't. I picked this before you sent me your list. Martin Simmons again. So Martin gets two tips to cap this week. Like I say, I really like his work. This one just feels like clearly a finished painting. It's Warlock. One of the most fun characters probably to work on. Everybody wants every artist has a different take on how to approach Warlock. Again, back to this feels a bit Sienkiewicz, but who cares?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. I love all the attention to detail. I mean, he's put a lot of thin lines in there that they look like they're scratched into the paint, right?
Yeah.
And I just think this thing's fantastic. I love the heavy. I mean, this is like a thick brushwork done for the background, so he's really doing it for effect. It's just kind of casually laid in there like that, but it all just works so well. I knew James would like this piece too. Andre's he's got a thing about Warlock, but I don't care. I don't care. We wouldn't have gotten SpongeBob SquarePants as Warlock if it wasn't for Andre, right? So
Mhm.
I,
Yeah.
I think he should just keep getting as many of these as he can. But Simmons was a great choice for this one, and
So this is a commission? This isn't a published cover?
this is a commission. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Picked
This
up in
could be
San
a
Diego.
published cover perfectly. Yeah, it's a great style. I think I think he did some X Factor covers, Simmons, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't recall seeing them, but it wouldn't surprise me. He would do a great Spectre. Oh, and James got to see this one in person at San Diego, I imagine. You were at San Diego. That's right. Now I really am losing my voice. Okay, so I only have a few more pieces to look at. This is in John Bamber's Calf Gallery, right? Yeah. Rick Leonardi, and was it ink by Rubenstein. I like this again. Composition's fantastic. Anything from this era of Leonardi, I love. Um, I just think that the way he's drawn the cloak in here just kind of pulls the whole composition together. I see some like hints of Walt Simonson kind of styling in bits and things here, especially in like the flames in the background. But so when I see this piece, it just feels like so era appropriate. I mean, even the way the smoke here is drawn is like very Walt Simonson Thor from that era.
Who's
Either way,
inking
I
him?
just what's that?
Who's inking him?
Rubenstein inked him on this one.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's great. And Bamber is one of those guys that I think has lots of gems in his collection that he just once a year rolls out. He doesn't update his calf often enough, but every time he does, it's usually some beautiful cover that you'd forgotten about, and it's in Bamber's Calf Gallery. So gosh, I think the last time I emailed with him was like 6 months ago, and I think I asked him if he'd ever do an interview with me, and he said he would. So I think I need to get back with him. He's in the UK, so I probably have to do like a weekend or interview or something like earlier in the day. But I think it'd be fun to do a chat with him and maybe get him to reveal a couple pieces at the same time.
Yeah,
Rich
that would be nice.
Danny says he prefers Austin on Leonardi, and can't argue with you there. I mean, at the end of the day, Austin on anybody made made him look better, just like Joe Sinnott. But yeah, sure. I mean, Austin and Ink Leonardi on the interiors, right, from Cloak and Dagger. Anyway, great piece. 3 more to go. This was Bagley, and I forget whose calf gallery this was in. Oh, S. Riz. So I just picked this one because there's a title page. Title pages are always framed a little funny, at least during this era where they would make it a little bit. It's not as tall. I just thought the inking on this piece by Emberlin was fantastic. Yeah, let's see. Let me go ahead and zoom in on it. I mean, this is some tight inking over Bagley pencils, and I mean, the more I looked at it, the more it's almost like to me, it's flawless. I mean, Emberlin was it's definitely one of my favorite inkers, and I think they do. He did just an amazing job over Bagley's pencils on this. I mean, look at that.
Did he ink a lot of his work? I had a page from 375, and he also inked it.
Well, I'm guessing. I'm not being a Spidey reader. Bagley's work. The only Bagley art I own is from Thunderbolts, so I'm not familiar with how much Emberlin inked over Bagley. But I think I love this page. When I first saw the thumbnail, I knew I loved the composition, and I was a little disappointed when at first because I saw the thumbnail and I thought, oh, he must be punching somebody, right? There's like some action going on beyond that, and then I saw the image and I'm like, oh, he's not punching anybody, and I'm like, I don't care, I still like this page, so I
He's
stuck with
busting
it.
out of something, I think. You can see
Right,
the shard.
exactly. He's breaking out of something, but to me, I thought he was like ready to to drop the bomb on somebody, and I just couldn't. I thought in the thumbnail I couldn't make out what it was, and then I was like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't bother me.
And the power lines too, all
Stingray.
around the character.
Yeah. I have a Thunderbolts page, Stingray. I don't know from what issue. I think it's in my calf. Either way, a very nice piece, and S. Riz, you did well. So Amazing Spider-Man 388, title page Flash. Uh, I don't have a cover. Don't have a cover. All right. So this is my second to last piece. John Byrne layouts, Tom Palmer finishes on the Silver Surfer book from 1982, and this is an Alex G's calf gallery. I just thought that, again, you can see the Palmer, heavy influence on here. I didn't realize, he writes it out as Byrne layouts. I'm not really familiar with the creative process behind that book, but I mean, any of us who were collecting comics or reading comics in the early 80s, I'm sure picked up the Silver Surfer book. I mean, the cover was so damn striking. It felt painterly. It was different. It was like a 50-page giant. When you saw it I think I picked mine up at the newsstand, not at the comic shop. And the artwork inside didn't disappoint. I mean, just looking at this, it's I love this page. I mean, I love most of that book. But anytime I see something from this book, I consider picking it for the weekly picks. But again, this is just a really nice one, and I think it's lovely, as Peter Rowe has said.
Yeah, Tom Palmer's inks really do make a difference. This looks very similar to a lot of Avengers pieces inked by Tom that I've seen that are coming up on Heritage from his estate, I think.
Right. There's a lot of Avengers pages that pop up.
Mhm.
Like over Buscema, we see a lot of those. So, but this looks Byrne though, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that explosion, the way that's definitely Byrne. It all looks like Byrne at the end of the day. Palmer was just a great inker, and he did a lot of work over Byrne and a few others. Marcus says he prefers Austin. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We all probably do. Hey, I mean, Sinnott did some great inks over John Byrne too in his first run through FF. I mean, end of the day, at the end of the day, Byrne probably got to call the shots on who inked his work, and he chose wisely very often, whether he was working for Marvel or DC. There you go. And Dave says Palmer was great at capturing the pencilers, even when loosely penciled. All right. So let's see. Did I like this one yet? I don't think. Oh, I did. Okay. So Alex, congrats on that. This is our buddy Alex. I said G. I had to make sure it is Alex Garcia, the amazing gentleman who did those wonderful T-shirts for me. Next time I go to Disney, I'll be wearing this one, Alex. There.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna be sporting that one. We'll see if I get into
Is
trouble.
that from the covers they did?
That's what? Well, Alex just drew that and put it together. That's from.
Oh, he drew it? Oh,
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah. Alex, he's the guy who does all the funny shirts from Dueling Dealers. Like me dressed as Thor.
Yeah.
He did that one. He did the Crotch Goblin, even the Crotch Goblin T-shirt. So he's done a lot. I'm not, and Marcus, I will not return the shirt. Will not return it. All right, next up. Yeah, that'll be funny if I get asked to leave the park. Somebody will be asking me if I have licensed merchandise or not. All right, so I'm finishing up in Hulk 213's calf gallery. This is a Dan Panosian piece, and it's a commission. Man, we're heavy on the commissions tonight, Tim. I don't know why, but Dan Panosian.
Cover too. Dan's doing great work lately. In covers.
To me, Dan just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, I've just been impressed with his work the last couple of years. I mean, I always liked it before that, but he just seems to be putting so much more detail into all of his pieces. And this one, isn't super, isn't like great, filled with detail. But I love the lighting on Daredevil. Jumping over the city. I just thought this was a really nice piece. It stood out when I was going through stuff. I mean, the composition's really nice. The the cable between his clubs just helps make the composition, more light. It shows him having him jump between buildings or whatever the heck he's doing. Full figure commissions, character commissions are great, says Gil L. Yeah, agreed. Did this not make your list though, Tim? Or was it in the running?
I didn't see this one. The previous three pieces that you showed before, yeah, but this one I didn't see it. I love Daredevil. He's one character I'm always looking for art.
Agreed. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like this
this
one a lot.
reminds me like a style like Ron Garney, Lee Weeks, Daredevil.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Gosh, Lee Weeks is somebody I've never owned anything by, but every time I see him do a convention sketch or something, I mean, his stuff is so good. He's amazing. So is Dan Panosian, though. And I think they're both rep by Essential Sequential, oddly enough.
Both.
But
Yeah. Both.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so congrats. Let me see, get my like on there. Hulk 213. I have no idea who Hulk 213 is. They've been on the website. They've been on Comic Art Fans for almost 17 years. That's a lifestyle when you've been on the site that long. When did you register for your CAF account, Tim? Do you know?
2009. As soon
2009.
as I started collecting. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's nothing to sneeze at. 16 years. You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I think I found CAF online, and I started publishing art like a month or two after I got my first piece. But I first read a couple of books on art.
Mhm.
There's I don't recall the names. I have them, but one had stories about the collectors. I think Wells in one of them, Glenn, uh, Mike's also in it, I think.
Huh. Wonder that's got to be was that one of the price guide books?
No,
That's
I had two of those price guide books too, but no, the they that had like collectors interviews on it. I don't recall the name.
I feel like I've gotten every book. I don't remember that one. If you come
Grail
across the
Pages?
title of it, let me
Is
know.
it Grail Pages?
Oh, is it? But wasn't Grail Pages? Didn't it also have some price guide stuff in it? I have that one. But CAF was started in 2003. Everybody, 2003. We will be celebrating our 23rd anniversary this February. February 1st, 2003 was the official launch date. Yes. But yeah, Grail Pages. I got my copy. Or I know it's on it. Well, I won't be able to find it in my totally disorganized bookshelf. But if that was the one, let me know. I don't remember. I guess I skimmed through it because I don't remember those interviews in there. And Peter Rose says tomorrow's published a book like the one Tim's describing. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, well, NSN Art says too that Grail Pages was just interviews. Okay, well,
Yeah,
then that's the one. How did I not? I'll have to go back through it. It's been
I
a
have
while
to
since
read
I
it
read it.
again because I read it when I first started. I did some research before I started buying art because at the beginning, I don't know how I didn't notice art before that time,
Hmm.
but once I my mind lit up on what original art was, I was like, I gotta buy as much as I can before it explodes. And I think we've seen that. Well,
Yeah. Hey.
prices are always going up, but since COVID, I think everything's
Oh yeah.
gotten a
It's been an interesting ride the last 5 years, 5+ years now, right? But no, it's always good to get in early though. So you did well. It's still exploding, says Rich Danny's. That's true. I mean, Heritage just had their record-setting auction. I mean, they had a lot of pieces in it, but still, it did pretty well. there's still people with lots of money to spend on this hobby that we love. So you just got to keep looking for the diamonds in the rough, right? New artists, pieces that kind of go under the radar. Um, if you can't get a Kubert Hawkman page, you can go after a Kubert Star Spangled, Adventures page with a sea serpent on it, if you want.
Yeah, you can get pages you can upgrade later when if at
That's
all,
right. It's still going to hold its value. Exactly. You can
Yeah.
buy a John Buscema horror page, or even, yeah, you can start with a horror page. You can move your way up to a Western, and then you can, or maybe a Conan, and then you can maybe graduate to a nice Avengers page by Buscema,
Or a Fantastic Four.
or a Fantastic Four.
His first
Yeah.
run.
I'm
I've
kind of
been looking for a Buscema page since I first started collecting, but I don't have any in my collection.
You need to correct that. See, at least for me, I'm more partial to his Avengers work than the FF. I mean, the stories were great, but I don't know. I gravitate to those Avengers pages a little bit more. I don't know why, but
Probably because you were reading it at
I
that time.
wasn't reading
Yeah,
FF as
they're
much
more
back then.
meaningful to you. That's why.
Oh, Charles Holbert says, good to know on how long we've been out there. He says he's been following CAF from the beginning, coming up on their 16th anniversary, and they won a premium membership today. Lightning has struck in the CAF community. All right, well, listen, everybody. It's we did get done a few minutes early. It's 15 minutes before midnight here on the East Coast, so we certainly appreciate everyone hanging out with us this evening. Tim, we'll definitely have you on again. I mean, now that we know you have some extra time, you need some stuff to do, and we're happy to have you on and talk art here on the channel with everybody.
Thanks, Bill. I'm always available when you need help for the picks. It's fun, like I was telling you, I used to go through people's galleries and see all the art and comment on whatever I liked, and it's fun. It's fun. You know what would be a good idea if
Tell me.
when you look at the posted art, the new art, if when you put the mouse over the image, if you could get a bigger image, so you don't have to
Oh, when
open
you're looking at
the.
like the result sets, I've actually was looking into some programming for that because of a separate project I was working on. But yeah, it's something we could probably integrate into CAF.
I don't know how
certain
difficult it
pages.
could be, but that would be nice
No, it
because
wouldn't be hard at all. Actually, now that I know, I've always looked for something. It's a nice feature on some of the websites, right? Heritage has it, so you can hover over it and see the title with a slightly larger image and things. So no, it's handy. It wouldn't work well on mobile, but it works great on a desktop browser. So definitely something that we can consider in the future. Wouldn't be hard to implement. If only CAF had an app, says Marcus. Marcus, we have an app. You just don't like to use it.
I don't use it either.
Well,
To
you
be
need
honest.
to, Tim.
Probably because I like to see the art as big as I can.
Oh, you don't like the. All right, in a weird way, that's kind of understandable. You don't like to browse the art on a phone, but when you're in your car and you got nothing to do, you're at a red light, you could take a look at your what's going on CAF right then and there, and there will be a feeling of satisfaction that will wave over you. So I'm encouraging you.
Okay. Will do.
Oh man. All right. Well, we're calling it a night now, everybody. Again, thank you for hanging out with us. And as always, Tim, it's always good hanging out with you. And glad you're doing well. And everybody will we don't have any shows until next Monday. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And we'll be back at it on Monday with the show with Sarah Jane and another illustration auction preview. So there you go. I'll see you next Monday. And Kazra, parting wisdom from Kazra says, app is great on toilets too.
Oh, definitely.
I can attest to that. I was using it on toilets before it was even published. It was so good. Anyway, all right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you again next week.